welcome to the show. You look incredible, like a dessert that owns a yacht.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. You know, sweet but slightly out of your tax bracket.
Mission accomplished. How does one even shop for a suit when your head is...
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is.
Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yeah! Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me, or I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me, or I'm a man.
Run it back, 56 bands on the clown in the shack. Yeah, 100 more vanished all up in the cracks. Check going crazy. TUG on attack, let's go. They said donate, we so desperate. Turn tears to a Tesla checklist. Turn prayers to a payment method. Little PayPal past the plastic necklace. Couple cars, same story, same script. Whole life on a thrifty wish list. Scam saints in the tin can kingdom. Damn, you thrown on some milk crate business. 56K, that's one poor soul. Thinking they feed in the fight got stole. 100K plus from the rest that roll into Walmart rugs in the folding bowl. Trailer park struggle on the live stream angle. Meanwhile, flexing every cheap little trinket and candle. Screenshot sobs, then they cash that handle. Turn halos into handles for they sandals. You ain't hustling, you harvesting hope. Tie good people by the neck with a rope. Crying on cam, I can't pay my bills. Then flex next week with the shopping cart bill. Swore you was broke, but the math don't match. Same sad script, just a different batch. Got your mods in the chat like a watchdog gang, but the logs don't lie. Every dollar got fame. Lip gloss lies in the lawn check throne. Plastic crown, little prepaid phone. Counting $30 on the milk crate table, talking big talk. But the numbers tell fables. 56K is one plays their part. 100 more gone, you've been picking folks apart. Trailer door squeak when the cameras come on. Whole fake kingdom about to get torn. You hit donate, then you hit delete. Screenshots surfacing receipts on repeat. You play poor, play sick, play pray for me. But every sad story got the same IP. Refresh page, see the sub go climb. Meanwhile, you lying about the deadline time. Jack cries, then you buy more shine. All that pity turn to petty design. TUG got the timeline tape. Side by side clips can't escape. Freeze frame flex with the checkout page. Then cut to your we so broke stage.
What's up, folks? How's it going? Looks like somebody has overslept. I figure Megan will wake up sometime in the during the show here. I was like, well, she usually times it very close. Anyway, you know, I'm not saying I don't, but she usually times it very, very close. But I was like, not here at 16 after. She had a show earlier today, you know, and as we all get older, we sleep too much. But today apparently was a very interesting day too. You know, we had Jeremy Hales had a short stream, or rather a members stream. I said short stream, a members stream to talk about some stuff that actually happened during hearing, which somebody didn't show up for, you know, which is interesting considering. You would think if, I don't know about you, but if I potentially could lose everything, then I'd be at everything. I'd be at every stinking hearing. You would have to drag me away from it. I mean, there would be no way I would ever miss out on stuff. We also, we have a few interesting little tidbits to throw in, and we have some new filings as well that have popped up too. You know, yet more potential money owed with ye old bankruptcy, which again, these filings, they're starting to get interesting. You know, you look at some of them. You remember the total that we were at last time? You know, $15,000. Well, the $2.5 million and the $4.2 million claims. They make those look like gingerbread houses, like nothing. It makes it look like a joke. So we'll look at those too. Man, how you folks doing, by the way? Hey, you like that intro? I thought that was pretty good. I've been playing with the AI output. That's mine, by the way. That is not some service that makes things, you know, whips it up. I made that in all you got to do is go to somewhere like ChatGPT, make your pictures like you like them, size them in the way you want them, you know, and then freaking go in with a Grok or someplace and create something. And you create them in, they take a minute, because you're talking about every 6 to 10 seconds you're making a new video, but it gives you a lot more control. I thought it came out pretty good. The last one I did, I went in and I still didn't have the sizing stuff correctly, so it's a little bit smaller, but that one came out really good. You know, all the effects in it and stuff. Oh man, yeah, no. Hey, what's up, Lorraine? Yeah, no, you beat Megan in there. Check this out. I got a radar. I want you to hear this. Hey, what's up, kiddo?
What's up?
Hey, you know, we were talking about that game that you were wanting. You know, you remember the game we're talking about? What game was it? Do you remember? You remember that show you like with a little girl with the other mother?
Coraline.
Yeah, there you go. She saw this game, so
I really want to buy it.
Listen to this. This is funny. Okay, so remember how much I told you it cost? Do you? $200. It's crazy because it's so out of print. It's an old game, right? And do you remember what Sissy told you?
What?
Sissy said that when she had to save money, she made things like bracelets and stuff. You remember that?
Yeah.
And what did you say you were gonna make?
I meant sell.
Yeah. What did you say you were gonna sell? Do you remember?
Toothbrushes.
Toothbrushes. That's right.
Go send some money.
Wait. I'm curious. You're gonna make designer toothbrushes? Is that what you're gonna make them like? You gonna make them like the bracelets like Sissy did? You're gonna put like eyes on them and stuff like that?
There. Oh no, actually. What if I just take toothbrushes and sell them?
Oh, you're just gonna sell regular toothbrushes?
Hey, at least it's better than nothing.
Hey, at least you got an idea in there. Yeah. Oh man, look at that. You got $20 already on your game. There's $20 you dollars.
At least I have the live stream.
Didn't even cost us a toothbrush. At first I thought we were talking about toothbrush shanks or something. I thought I was in trouble. No, that's cute though. I thought it was cute. It was funny.
It was. And I really just want that game like this.
Well, I told you, if you want it, you're going to have to save up for real. You know, that's not cheap.
You need to save up, boy.
Yeah, I need to say.
You
need
have
to
all
save
the
up,
money in
boy.
this house. You have all the money.
Oh, you're a nut. Oh, look, you got $2 more. There's 22 of your dollars. Look at that. Oh, man, you rolling. Didn't. Oh, look, somebody sent you $5. There's some toothbrush money for you, too. There's 27 of your dollars. Oh, no. Look at this. Oh, it's getting crazy now. Look, there's another 20. There's from Dwayne. Sent you. That's $47. Oh, my goodness. You're about a fourth of the way there already. Oh, there's another one. There's another 20. That's $67 for your game. But you know what this one says there?
What?
It says that you can have that 20, but you got to clean your room. That's fair, right? See, look at her face. She's like, well. Yeah, all right. Give me a hug, you nut.
And
You're
where's
funny.
my iPad? I put it down here.
I have no idea. What did you do with it? For real?
I put it.
Oh, it's under that. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Hey,
I put on an iPad.
girl.
I
Look.
put on an iPad.
Oh, no. Hey, look.
On a book.
There's another 10. That's 77 of your dollars. Lord. Oh, my goodness. Look at this.
So
Hey.
8%.
Hey, check it out. Here's another 20. We'll call that $100. Well, I guess we're not gonna have to resort to toothbrushes. Hey, audience, look. Hey, check it out. There's 50 more. That's $150. Good Lord. Oh no, and another. There's 30. That's $180. Now all you need now you need $20.
My iPad is at 8%.
I know, and look, all you need is 20. Oh no, look. Now all you need, Travis. Now all you need is $10. This is
1, 2, 3,
crazy.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I know. You've almost gotten $200. Look,
I would.
I don't even know what to think about that.
I
That's
would-
craziness. You're crazy.
If you was on the live stream, I would.
Oh, look at this. You've got enough for your game.
Yeah.
I guess we'll be getting a game. And look, you got there. You got that, and you're almost into the tax.
I need
Look
the
at
tax.
this. Look at that. There's you another 20 on it, and a 5. Good Lord, we don't even have to. I still want to. I still want to make some of those designer toothbrushes, though. I want to see what you make. You know?
Oh yeah, we just need to buy.
That is amazing, girl.
We just need cardboard or real
Cardboard.
toothbrushes.
Cardboard. We're gonna make some cardboard toothbrushes.
That would be great though.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. It'd be
And
interesting.
people would buy them because they can actually have something in their house that actually looks cool.
Okay, you're gonna make them that cool that you're gonna make cardboard cool toothbrushes. Lordy, look at that, another 10 there. Man,
We just need to buy 100. We just need to buy 100
and a
cardboard.
5. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, can you say thank you to everybody for real? You know,
Thank
I was gonna
you.
tell them your funny story, and they bailed you out. All right, well, you should be happy now. Look
we
at
need
this.
to buy some cardboard to make cardboard
Yeah.
toothbrushes.
Oh my goodness, look. While here's Tizzy said, well, there's some candy. So while you're playing and you're making your toothbrushes, you'll have candy. Oh, that's good too. And look, there's some cardboard money too. So
Yes,
you can buy
we
the
need
cardboard.
We need to buy cardboard so I can cut out those cardboard.
All right, for real. You tell everybody thank you.
Thank you.
That is very nice of them. Look, for real. I'm just telling you a funny story. You got hooked up. You still got to make those toothbrushes, okay? I really have to see
I need
this.
cardboard.
All right, well, we'll get you some cardboard. I really want to see this.
And we need something that can cut them out.
Well, we've got stuff that'll cut them out. So,
We have knives.
yeah, you ain't using a knife. We'll get some kid scissors.
Yeah, kids are the best.
Yeah. You ain't getting no knife. You're like, we got a knife now. Oh, man, look here. Jack's mom said $10 too for your business there. And look, Sherry sent another $10 for your business. Man, You got your business costs and sarcasm sent over for you. It's well for it. Goodness. Like I said, you better tell people thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're cute. All right. Well, hey, go do your thing. Now go do your thing. She's the grin on her face is crazy.
8%.
Well, here, let me plug it back up then. Okay.
I
unplugged it because I plugged in my tablet last night. I thought you'd already plugged it in a while back. Holy moly, look at this.
I thought you were going to do it.
Look at that. Somebody sent you, look, my gibberish, hey, sent you $100 here too. I know, man. She's a little overexcited. Holy moly, look at this too. This, look, Wanda sent you $2 on that. Oh my goodness, man. Jaguar sent 20 memberships. That's like $100, dude. Man, I guess you're in the game. I guess we're gonna have to be getting your game then.
And getting cardboard and getting tiny scissors and getting candy. And all of that.
So I guess we're getting it all. We're gonna cardboard it up, tiny scissor it up. We're gonna be making your new business venture, huh?
Yes, I'll get my money.
Oh my
Where
goodness.
do I put my business anyway?
Oh no, man. Look, Sherry sent you 10. That's like another $50. Man, you're getting some crazy. You can be starting your own business for real.
And I need something to home.
Hey, Jaguar said, can you adopt them? Can you adopt them?
That's what?
Adopt them. Can you adopt them?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Adopt them if
oh, that's cute to go with the bunnies. He made. Thank you, Peggy. That is awesome.
And for Easter, Dad did give me a bunny that I wouldn't care about. He got me a ghost face.
Did you hear that? So I put her with everything, where we've gotten Easter basket stuff, but not. I didn't want to just get her a Easter bunny. Because other people have sent like awesome stuff, made stuff like that. And I was like, well, what would she like from me? What did we end up getting you?
Ghost face and all of that. I can't wait for
Easter. She wanted a ghost face, from Scream, the movie.
I love that movie. It's better than any movie I've watched. Actually, it's better than Pennywise.
Oh my goodness, it is.
Yeah, and the Scream 7's out.
Yes, I know. Scream 7 is out. All right, I go
and
upstairs.
Everyone knows down hill.
I know. Everybody knows now too. You can go upstairs. You are not. Hey, I'll let that charge up for you. Okay, you can get it in a little bit. Okay. Love you, baby.
Love you.
She's very excited. Did you hear that advertisement? Scream 7. Holy Lord.
That you actually have to.
Yep.
Book.
Yeah. Hey, say thank you while you're going though, for real.
Thank you.
All right. Love you.
Thank you.
That was very nice. I just wanted to tell you her story about she was going to make designer toothbrushes. That's hilarious. It cracked me up. Oh, check this out, by the way. I want to show you something. So you remember the let me make sure. Oh yeah, her Coraline game. Make sure it's good for her because Coraline, the story and movie, pretty scary. But here's $5 for. Oh yeah, she'll be good with it. She's her and her sister, man. They watch movies like they have limits on certain things they're not supposed to watch. But if they can sneak a horror movie in, like they will watch horror movies, and it's funny. Yep. But they do. Oh, they're hilarious though. But check this out. I want to show you something today. As you know, first of all, like this weekend. Well, if you don't know, for some reason, you can check out. Yesterday we talked about it, and this isn't retreading ground, by the way. I'm just showing you something that was missed off of fence video. There was a fence video put up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, though, like I said, I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. And there was another comment apparently there that apparently popped up. So check this out, guys. Here's the thing that popped up again. couple of days ago, right? And it had 2 comments on it at one time, right? We went over those 2 comments, but if you'll notice the little comment bubble, there are 3 comments now. Now, all of those, by the way, the only person that is allowed to comment on that stuff is is Lynette Preston. I'm sorry, I got to laugh. She got me laughing earlier. She's so funny. So she put in, let's see, comment-wise. Give me a second. Let me load these. I also took screenshots in case they disappear while I'm talking here. But I think this has been up for 7 hours. We had a how dare you. I always love the how dare yous, you know? So let's pull up the how dare yous. You know, I like those. Considering we're talking, oh, by the way, thank you, Rhea. I wanted to buy a cardboard toothbrush. Today's mine and Mark's 37th wedding anniversary. That is awesome, guys. You know, married in 18th century. That is cool. That is cool. Yeah, you guys loved you all for sure. I'll bust you out a song in a little bit, but I do want to say I saw that come through. And I was like, man, I loved you all. You know, both of you all are great people. Thank you. Very much so. And also, Amy, thank you for your membership too. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tux. Love it. Thank you. I'm caught up. That's why I was doing that. Plus, I saw this. I was like, man, you're almost 37. That's awesome, man. That is absolutely awesome. Proud for you. And that sounds awesome to get married that way too. So here we had Lynette put us in something about 7 hours ago, talking about people and banning them. Now, why would she ban people off of Facebook here? You know, public. She said, I had removed or blocked the people that have made the laughing faces and whatnot. I had to mute for a second. I heard her open the door. She was just coming back to tell us that she was right about the release date. She went to go see the release date for Scream 7 on digital. Oh, so anyway, she said, I have removed or blocked the people that have made the laughing faces or whatnot. So if anybody doesn't leave likes or love, they're removed. You know, here's the thing, Lynette. Do you realize that you probably blocked people that may actually support you? Like when people go through, if you've never used Facebook, for example, when you go to like something, you'll notice these come up, right? You see how that is? Oh, I hear somebody dragging in. I hear someone slow sneaking into the back. They can let themselves in.
This is not me being so late because I fell asleep. That didn't happen.
Totally did. Well, you missed out on
on
her toothbrush thing, you know, about her. She found a game that was a Coraline game. And it was like $200. And she's like, oh my God, because it's out of print. You know, it's extremely print. And so she was talking about hawking toothbrushes, and you missed her making her money for her game and her endeavor. So now she has cardboard money. So she's going to apparently make cardboard toothbrushes to sell.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, I really want to see the cardboard toothbrushes, by the way. You know. You missed
I
the
just
new
realized
song,
why
though,
I fell asleep and didn't wake up. I set my alarm for 8 a.m.
That's funny. That's why, like for show, you can attest to this. Anytime like I'm backstage signing in, you'll hear my alarms keep going off because I have to set 3.
Oh,
Otherwise, I do stuff like that. You know.
Dang.
It happens to me. I set 3. I said it's funny. This shows you how neurotic it can be. It's 1 and then a backup, but I don't trust the backup to be right. So I set a backup for the backup.
I cannot believe I fell asleep that hard because I wasn't even sleeping and I laid down at 7:30. So it was only like 30 minutes. And whoops.
Oh man, who? Oh man, yes. Let's here we go. Yes, SF. Yes, thanks for the 2. Oh man, yeah, that's right. Tug has a new co-host. Who is this? Let's welcome Megan. Is it? That's right. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I cannot believe that I was asleep.
Shit, I texted me. I was like, "Hey, you coming? I'm going to start." You know?
Whoops.
I figure it like this: if you didn't wander in by the end of this, I would call to make sure like you didn't have an accident or something afterwards. You know, but I figured you'd wander in sometime, or you would at least
Before I
text me
fell
like, "Oh my God,
asleep too. Before I fell asleep, I was like, okay, do not sleep through your alarm. Like, don't do that because that would be bad.
You jinxed it."
And yeah, and I didn't even set it for the right time. Oh God.
Oh, that's a good day. You know what? Clear as mud noted. J-Hib doesn't need 3 alarms.
Yes, he does. They had to call the police because he was sleeping.
Not when he's co-hosted with me, he hasn't.
Oh, fair.
No, I mean, that is totally fair. All right.
That's
so,
true.
well, you know what? What's amazing is despite the madness, the co-host not showing up, and everything else, we have 2,700 people here. You know?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and I haven't started anything. Well, I read one line. I take that back. I read one freaking line. So. Well, the little one came down. And I had to
so
tell.
I didn't really miss anything.
No, you missed you missed that awesome intro video. God, that's some of my AI work is getting much better.
Oh, is this so I missed the new one? Oh, darn it.
Yeah, it's pretty good, I have to say. I'm sure you'll see it again. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Lynette put up. Okay, this is attached, by the way, to the fence video. She has put a new comment on it. So we just started. I got one sentence in, so I'll note the sentence again. I've removed or blocked the people that have made the laughing faces or whatnot. Now, I was telling Lynette, you probably block some people that are on your side with this, because when you go to you hover and this comes up. You know how easy it is to try to go in, and I'm not going to hit any of them, but you go to hit this and you hit this, or you go to hit this and you hit this.
I've done that so many times.
Oh, me too. You know, and I'm curious what the whatnot is too. Like, what else got you banned? Would the angry get you banned? Because that would be a typical relaxation, right? Like if from her people, if they were like, oh, you know, I'm mad because I saw this, you know, mad. No, I'm sad for you. I'm shocked for you. You know, this could be like laughing at the absurdity too. It could be anything, you know, so you're banning people for the laughing emoji. You never know what that's for. Yeah. Oh, look, you have somebody saying, oh, well, you know what? 10-minute naps, by the way.
Oh, always, every time.
Yeah. That's bad for me too, you know.
I know. I always think, oh, I'm in a 20-minute power nap. Yeah, no, not so much.
Oh man, look too. While you were out, yes, the anti-Hales crew, they're gonna be pissed because Bug made more money in 10 minutes than they made in the last few months. And she didn't even have to actually sell any of her cardboard toothbrushes yet.
That's so funny.
I've got to see those. I really do now. I've got to see what she's imagining is going to be this big, her new business, you know, or her first business. So I've got a big favor to ask. Okay, this is a favor from you, by the way, Megan, I guess.
Okay.
I would like everyone who sees this post that is understanding of what my family is going through, that if you are a person of faith, and I would like you to pray for the souls and the lives of all those that are hurting my family.
Oh, I can't stand it. I cannot stand people who wrap themselves in the word while doing the opposite constantly. Well, I mean, again, remember, this is the same woman who we heard on audio wishing that her neighbor was put down like a dead dog.
Yeah, and talking about her grandson having them pewed out, you know, ended. So, I mean, yeah, we heard that same thing.
Come on.
but they're hurting my family, hurting others, and blindly following the lies that are being spewed about us. Oh, Megan, that's to you. The Bible says we should pray for our enemies. So you're the enemy too. You know, it's such a strange thing that people give away who they are because they perceive all the people out there. Again, the people who put a laughing face, they're the enemy. They are the enemy. It could have been, like I said, it could have been an honest mistake. Could be anything, but you're the enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, but yes, she's going to pray because that's what I feel I need to do for you enemies. I've decided to put on the whole armor of God.
Oh, God,
pray
here we
and
go.
fight with the help of the God and Jesus and the power, the grace, the mercy. I do hate when people do this bullshit, though. You know,
I hate it.
This is the sermonizing here. It's trying to drag people really to your level because they're doing this horrible bullshit, and then they don't want any. They want to look like the good guy in it, and so they tried to. They don't like if you're already assuming. There are a lot of people who assume the high ground with these folks, but they're like, no, you don't. They want to drag you to their level.
It's so fake.
It is.
It's such a fake show of bullshit. I can't stand it. I just can't. And she does this constantly, like trying to put on this I don't know, this fake cloak of being a Christian or something. It's gross.
It's that holier than thou godliness, man. Like I said, I hate it. You know, I know people who live by these kind of, you know, I people they're much better, nicer people than I am, for real, you know. But
right,
for everyone that I know that really does live, they also don't brag about it, you know.
Well, right, yeah. This is exactly like in the when Jesus would talk about how he couldn't stand the Pharisee that would stand on the corner and pray for all to hear, you know. Jesus hated that. This is that same kind of crap. Like, stop it. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you for your display of faith. And if you really believed it, there would be no need for this.
Well, it's amazing the people who supposedly take the high ground too. I was looking through all of the statements from this person over the last few weeks, and it's strange because they say these things and yet their statements don't line up with it at all.
Right.
Check this out. So Hale's put out a short. Did you see the message in this? Here, let me show you.
No.
This is about this is about someone not showing up for court today. This was now this I said short. It's a members only, rather. I keep saying short for some reason. My brain's in short, But yes, apparently through bankruptcy today, she didn't show up. Now, the stakes for bankruptcy right now are very high. In fact, right now you're talking about whether or not land itself, you're going to she's going to maintain that. So this was I'm going to tell you whether or not she is supposed to be there. She's allowed to be at anything, but whether or not, because there's some question over whether or not she was supposed to be there, and whether it was mandatory or whether she was allowed to or not to, although they never do anything when she doesn't show up for things that are mandatory. Right. So, but
yeah, don't you love that? It's always mandatory unless she doesn't show up, and then well it's mandatory next time.
Have you seen the stakes okay, so you saw the 7 document. Look at this stuff here. So you have the bankruptcy claims. We saw number 7 here, which had the $15K, right? We saw that number. There are 2 more of them. for
Two more
Jeremy
what?
Hales. 2 more bankruptcy
Oh God.
potential claim numbers. Yeah, you want to see these numbers? I'd be showing up
Who
every
came
time.
up with 15,000?
Oh, this is
She did?
Jeremy. These are numbers. Oh, look, it's gonna get there's more.
Wait,
There's
but
more.
did she write this or did Jeremy write this?
Oh, these are the creditor claims. So
Interesting.
Yes, what do you want, ma'am?
What?
Huh? What you want, ma'am? Oh, you're gonna say hi. You still excitable after what you heard about your toothbrush empire?
And about the money too.
Oh, and the money too, of course.
That
Game.
does a look.
Yeah, I'd be excited about having a game too. I'm telling you, you know.
Yeah, and if you're a Corin fan, you would know.
If what?
If you're a Corin fan, you would know.
Oh, really? I would know.
Yeah, because I love
Would I?
Corin.
Wait. Would I know or would I know? No.
You would always know.
I would. So I wouldn't just know. I would know. Okay. All right. Well, hey. All right. Well, hey, kiddo, give me a kiss. You got to go upstairs, baby. I got to cover my stuff now. Okay. Love you. That doesn't mean stand right there. She said, and just stood there. Like, yeah, I hear you. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, here. It's at 30%. You can take it with you at that. It'll last for about at least an hour. Okay. Take it with you. Love you.
I hit my elbow on my head.
Oh, did you hit your head looking under there?
No, I hit when I was upstairs, not coming down here yet. I hit my head on my head hit my elbow, and now.
Oh, your head hit your elbow. Okay.
And then I have a little bruise on it.
You have no bruise on it. I can see your head right. Come here. There is no bruise on it. You didn't even notice it. Yeah, you got a little red spot there where you smacked it. So is that from your elbow?
I think so, because look.
Oh, that's not your elbow. That's your knee.
I said my knee over my elbow.
Oh, yeah, you might have smacked your knee. Yeah, you got a little wallop on it for sure. But, you know, well, you need to go be careful. Okay. Love you.
It was my elbow on my knee.
All right.
My elbow on my knee.
Well, be careful. All right. Well, be careful. Okay. When you're on those steps, be careful. Hey, and when you go sit down, take those shoes off. Because you're asking about the mark on your foot. It's because you fell asleep in your shoes. Lordy. She's like, look at my foot. It's got this big mark. And it's like, it's because you slept in your shoe. You know?
Yeah, I did sleep in them.
I know you did. So take them off, okay?
Okay.
All right, love you. Close the door.
Okay, I love you too.
All right, here we are. So here's one of the other claims that was written out. So the first one we saw was 15 grand, right? You know, for
Yep.
court. Now here's another one. Look at that total. Isn't that beautiful?
It's adding up.
$2.59 million potential. And again, this is about with cases, you know, again, what will or won't go through, we don't know. You know, in fact, with everything that's setting around, one of the cases, what Lynette really needs to worry about is the Fed 1 case. That's a big boy sitting out there. Plus, you know, there's so much out there too. So there's also another one. That's right. There's another one out there.
Another one. Okay.
Yeah. They check this number out. This number.
Since apparently we're in the sacrilegious mood, I've pulled out my patron saint of breadsticks and whiskey.
I should have put out my patron saint of toothbrushes. Jeez.
Oh boy, another one. Is this?
Wow,
does that say 4 million or 4,200?
4.2 million. Mm-hmm.
Holy crap!
Yes. You know what's amazing on these documents too? There's something in here we've never seen before. I'm sure of it.
That?
It is the protective order from it's the judge's decision with the protective order. You know, we've seen some of the protective order stuff, but we've never seen all of the protective order items. So
We haven't?
no, we saw some of it.
Wait,
We did not see the magistrate decision. Like
we didn't?
No, we saw. Check this out. I'm sure we did not
Are you
read.
sure?
Yes, I am. We saw some of the documentation. You remember? We remember certain. I think they really are jokalists, I suppose. They really do fit that. But they dumped certain items out there.
They did.
Yes.
I do recall.
But they did not dump out some of these wonderful.
I don't think we did see this contempt order.
Didn't. No, because we saw this is the magistrate decision. We have not seen it. I remember reading the other document and it wasn't this.
Wow. Okay. Well, now I'm in. I'm in.
I figured this would be exciting. So we have her though today. I'm sure people are curious about what was going on. Again, Hales is much more definitive in discussing this. And they do a lot of members only for their $5 tier, which is good, and then they talk about it later on. If you can't afford it, you can't. But if people want to find out about it early, it helps them recoup costs, because this stuff, even the bankruptcy stuff, is very expensive. You're not talking a couple of grand, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars for that stuff too. You wouldn't typically be involved that way if it were just some basic item. But the way that these people are doing it, for you to respond, for you to make sure that you note everything, you have to pay, like as a creditor. If you want to actually go in and assert your rights and make sure that this stuff, it doesn't run you over, you have to pay. Like she's done everything. That's another thing they I believe, they talked about before, is trying to inflate Hale's costs. So this is yet another attempt at doing it. But through this, they've been having discussions over whether or not, again, her land, whether or not that's protected under homestead exemption. And she decided according to that, she decided that wasn't worth being there for. Now, if your property that you owned was up for grabs, like, wouldn't you attend every single thing?
Well, you would think so. I also think that if Jeremy Hales was told he had to be somewhere and he didn't show up, I feel like they would throw the book at him. But yet she's supposed to be there and she just doesn't show up and nothing happens? Nothing. Okay.
It's quite typical though, they it's just like courts are like, all right, whatever. It's so bizarre.
But it's only one way.
Yeah. Oh, it's very much one way.
It wouldn't be, extended towards Jeremy Hales, I don't think.
Well,
I feel like
we've
if he
actually
screws
seen
up in
that.
court, if he screws up in court and he doesn't show up where he's supposed to, I think he would have an immediate consequence. But these people, they continue to not show up, to just flout the judge, and nothing happens.
Well, they just don't care, they don't care. Absolutely. It's amazing to see how this stuff, how courts have treated it. I mean, and again, we're not just talking about court decisions either. We're talking about, again, protective order. Like we have this here. This is like I said, this I thought was really interesting, because this, again, this is not being dropped or leaked out there. This is attached to something where Lynette Preston is forcing there to be proof. And you've got to prove.
I'm ready to read this, by the way.
Let's do it.
My daughter just brought me a strong cup of tea. I'm finally waking up. So it's only
taking Colombian. You're like, it's tea, man.
It's only taken me 40 minutes to warm up and wake up, but here I am.
You're like, it's this new brand I got. It's called Gabe's Tea.
It's called Gabe's Delight. And
you're like, I've never snorted tea before, but hey, this is different.
If anybody out there has paid attention to what's happening to poor Christy Noem's husband, one can appreciate how much better it was for Nick Recated to have got caught with what he got caught with versus what could have happened. And that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen it? Because it's really embarrassing. Just saying. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. Pretty bad. I was texting with Nick. I was like, well, today's the day to be proud of those coke-fueled sex parties, buddy. Could have been so much worse.
Could have been so much worse. What's crazy is with the, the internet, like if you got in trouble, but a lot of the ecosystem people, they benefit from it, with them getting in trouble just a few years ago or whatever, even a year or so ago, we have more and more items that are available at a touch. You can find the people that have been wronged, and video of everything comes out these days.
It's just
I'm glad. I'm glad growing up. This is one of the things being old has really, really made me thankful for. My life, my mistakes weren't recorded.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today too. It was like, it's unfortunate that some people's mistakes have to be completely broadcasted to the entire world, whereas other people's similar mistakes never always go unrecorded. So it's like, well, that's why I'm really not really talking about it, because it's one of those things. It's like, oh, come on. Does this need to be front page news? Is it really front page news?
Is it? Yeah, no, it is.
It is, but
did
it have to be?
The problem is
this
that
just somebody held this until just the right time to cause the most amount of embarrassment.
Well, I mean, that's part of it. The problem is that through a couple of mistakes in this era, you become that mistake. You don't ever get to grow past it. You can as a person grow past it, but when anybody looks at you, you will always be whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
And I try to teach my kids that. I'm like, look, your entire life is on record. So you think you know everything now, and you think you make great decisions, but let's do it a different way. Before you do something dumb, first of all, never record anything. Never let anyone record it, and always assume you're being recorded, and if it's a decision you need to make, you count to 10, you ask me.
Yeah.
And if I say no, remember.
Listen, it's hard to believe, though, in this day and age, that there are still people out there who have public lives or semi-public lives who still think that they can get away with doing weird shit on the internet.
Dude, people send let's say, I'm going to say certain kinds of pics. They still do that. They send very risque pics, let's say, and then they don't assume that they're going to end up online. Especially like that. That is one of the worst things for male content creators. Like I'm like, how you like, if anything like that ever pops up with me, how that's fake, because I would not do that, because I know better. There's not a picture like that about me.
I thank God every day that my teenage years that there were no phones. I mean, there were phones, but the phones didn't have cameras.
Yep.
We had bag phones and brick phones, and and if the phone had a camera, it was so fuzzy, you wouldn't be able to make anything out anyway.
And you had an internet back when it first popped up. It was like, well, if somebody wants to stand through and see a picture, they got to wait for that dot matrix.
Right. The dot matrix, imagine. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel very lucky that my stupid years weren't filmed,
Well, that's the way I think about it. Like I said, I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, the internet, it can be your friend. You can make a career out of it, have fun with it. You can have a great time. Just remember, cover the story, don't be the story.
Don't ever be the story. I know. Those of you who don't know what happened, I'm not going to go into detail. You can go look up Christy Nome. It's trending everywhere. You'll see it. It's just, there's no point in like, talking about it. It's gross. It's internet stuff. And he should have known better.
You definitely will find it.
You'll find it. It's everywhere.
You'll find it for sure.
I couldn't believe it, though. I was like, no way. All right. I mean, not that I don't believe it. Of course you believe it. People do weird stuff.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the Anthony Weiner thing that happened several years ago. That Anthony Weiner story
Oh, my
story
God.
was also hilarious to everyone who wasn't his family. Same kind of situation.
Yep. There's a bunch of stuff.
I love the chat. Some of you in the chat are so clueless, and some of you are in on the joke. It's funny.
Yes, some of you, it's like, you know, if you're clueless, God bless you, you know, for real.
God bless.
I hope,
Stay that
I
way.
hope,
Don't go looking for it.
I hope that you can treat the internet with, you can go in, you can be innocent like that, and just always treat the world as if, but if you don't know. Anyway, let's read this together.
Yeah, let's. This should be fun.
Okay. So this matter came before the court on a motion. Now, again, this is not the new stuff, but we've never seen the old stuff. Not all of it. We've never seen the decisions. So this came before the court on a motion to show why respondent LP should not be held in contempt of court for violations for a full civil stalking protection order issued November 1st, 2023. A hearing was called on a record January 10th, 2024. Again, Heller, that would be Jeremy's counsel, along with the client, Jeremy Hale. So respondent Preston appeared via video conference at the commencement of the hearing. Preston made an oral motion to continue the hearing. Preston did not file a written motion to continue the hearing.
Unreal.
Oh my God. This is why you don't. Oh my God. This is why you
get a lawyer.
Oh Lord. Yeah, because even somebody that
I want to make a motion to continue orally, please. Why can't I make a motion? Your Honor, I need a motion to continue.
And then, Eller was like, nah, we ain't doing that. He opposes it. And the court denies it because, again, you didn't put it in. You didn't do it correctly. So,
right.
You have to have, and it's unfair to the to the party that's there, too. They're spending money. They have to have this set up. Let's go. They want it done. So, Petitioner Hales presented testimony and evidence in support of his motion for contempt. Hales testified as to the following events in support of his motion for contempt. On October 29th, 2023, Hales announced in a live stream video posted on the internet that he was planning to return to residence in Florida October 30th, 2023. Hales presented himself at the Levy County Sheriff's Office in Otter Creek, Florida, upon his return to Florida to provide the sheriff with a copy of the Ohio Protective Order. Hales testified that upon arriving at the Levy County Sheriff's Station, Preston and Cook were in the parking lot parked in a handicapped spot.
Lord.
Yeah, that just sounds like, just totally incidental, right?
Uh-huh.
You notice they really do. Like, for people who supposedly don't keep up with anything that's going on, these people are very well informed about Hales, his travels. Even when he's not announcing it, they've put up cameras and they leak it to the people who will announce it to the world, So, I mean, we've been seeing that still. It's craziness. Preston was driving the vehicle. Preston moved the vehicle to a spot immediately next to Hale's vehicle. Hales identified Exhibit A. Yeah, so she moves over beside him, according to it. He identifies Exhibit A, a photograph taken by Hales in the parking lot of the Sheriff's Department. There is a truck with a trailer attached, identified by Hales as his vehicle. Behind the truck and trailer is a white Jeep Gladiator that belongs to Preston. Hales saw Preston in the white Jeep close to his vehicle. He testified. Oh, here, you want to read this next page?
Sure. He testified that there were many other spaces available in the parking lot. Hales testified that Preston is familiar with his vehicle. Hales testified that this action by Preston caused him to have feelings of fear and anxiety. Hales identified Exhibit B, a screenshot from a group titled Otter Creek Standing in the Truth. Oh, God. Here we go. Hales testified that this social media group was created by Preston after the issuance of the civil stalking protection order on October 2023. Hales testified that he believes the meme was directed at him in violation of the protection order. The image of the post is below. A lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. The truth is the truth, even if nobody believes it. God, I can't stand her platitudes. Hales identified,
but, people will do this stuff. See, if she could skirt around a lot of things by doing this, but it's not enough. See, these people, this is what tells me that they do a lot of the stuff they do intentionally. Because first of all, calling Hales my stalker, that right there, that's too far. But when you put out things like this, you can get away with a lot of that.
Yeah.
People know it's directed, calling a person a liar and, all of these other things, who they're talking to. They create a group for it. But again, it's hard to prove, people do have free speech rights, but they still go too far. They go too far quite a bit. Like we look at it, from this hearing to the next. They talk about Hales all the time, man. they even saying my stalker wasn't enough. Do it. Go ahead.
It's constant.
Yeah, always. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hales identified Exhibit C as a screenshot from the social media post from Otter Creek's Standing in the Truth social media page. Hales testified that this post was made in early November of 2023. Hales testified that the post contained statements related to an interaction that Hales had on the street with Preston and John Cook. Hales testified that it was his belief the post was directed at him. Hales testified that he was leaving his property and John Cook was in the middle of the road. Hales testified that as he approached Cook, Hales was in his vehicle and Cook was standing in the middle of the North Otter Creek Avenue Road. That Hales verbally warned Cook and that Cook was within 10 feet of Hales in violation of the protection order. Hales testified that Cook refused to remove himself and that Preston told Cook, "You're okay," egging Cook to stay in the road. I can't help but read that as Crook. In violation.
That is the violation right there, by the way, folks. It isn't being, see, they try to make it sound like, well, Hales, he drove through here and blah, blah. Well, the violation isn't that when he drove through, it's the fact that you don't give up the ground. You don't walk away.
What was he supposed to do? Jump the fucking fence? Actually, the truth is, all Cook had to do was just walk towards his property, which he refused to do.
Yep. It's very simple.
Egging him to stay in the road in violation of the protection order, Cook made no effort to remove himself from the road in violation of the protection order, and that Preston made the post in Exhibit C. Oh, and not only that, Cook also told Jeremy to suck his D. Suck my D.
Which they made... which they put into evidence, apparently.
Hales identified Exhibit D as a screenshot from the social media post from Otter Creek Standing in the Truth. Hales testified. Is it standing in truth?
No,
Not
it's standing in the truth. It's this. The judge is getting confused on it, because.
Okay. All right, just checking, because standing in truth sounds really bad, like standing in something bad.
Yeah. I'm telling you, what happens is you end up trying to stand on one of those bucket or those blessing boxes that aren't blessing boxes, and you fall through them, and you're standing in something.
Hales testified that Exhibit D is a post by Preston related to alleged actions by Cook. Exhibit D includes the statement, "We're building a fence to protect her and us from that stalker and you." Hales testified that...
Wait, indeed. From the stalker and you?
I don't know.
I wonder who the you is.
Who's the you? I know.
That's what I'm saying. Hales testified this is a small percentage of the social media post made by Preston in relation to himself. Hales identified Exhibit E which is a copy of the Civil Protective Order filed by Preston in Florida court against Hales. This document was posted online to the social media, Otter Creek, standing in truth. I like the judge here getting it back and forth. Again, if you told me it was called standing in the truth, I would think that can't be right. It's got to be like standing on truth, or God, I wouldn't even know what to think. Hales believes that posting this document on social media platforms was designed to harass him. Hales identified Exhibit F as multiple copies of the Civil Stalking Protective Order posted on Otter Creek social media site, and that the posting was designed to harass Hales and to establish that Preston did not take seriously the order issued by the Ohio court. I've never, by the way, seen somebody that was guilty of, they'd been found guilty of this, going around and just brazenly in the community where someone lives, making sure, like, again, there's 100 people there. So poisoning that well isn't very hard,
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing with a lot of their stuff. And they are, in my opinion, brazenly making that point. 1 second. I got to rate her 1 second. I'm going to mute for 1 second.
Okay. How you doing, chat? I'm still trying to wake up here. Man, I cannot believe how out I was. It's a miracle I woke up. Literally a miracle. Nothing woke me up. I just woke up in a panic. Like, what time is it? And it was 8:40. Oh, I feel terrible. Especially because Tug was on with me today at 2. We did a catch-up stream on Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni with Lauren Knighty, which was a lot of fun. And if you haven't seen it, you should go back on my channel and watch the replay today, because she did an amazing job catching us up on that lawsuit and what's going to happen, because it's going to trial soon. Yeah, and she did a really good job. Mm-hmm. I got some comments on that, Tug, from people who were like, this is so helpful.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to catch up on this. She really did. Like, I was so confused before about, like, what are all the details of this? And she did a great job.
Well, you also have to cut through all the PR nonsense, when and figure out what's there, because the way the media, the way that they put it together, oftentimes I can't figure out what the hell they're talking about,
Sure. If you were just to go by what the media has written, it's very hard to decipher. I think my favorite part was the 17-point list of demands that Blake Lively made.
Yes.
If you've missed it, guys, just go back and watch the replay. It was so funny.
I will be right back. I heard something go boom, boom, boom. I don't
know. Oh, no. Okay. But yeah, Blake Lively had a list of 17 things that she demanded while she was on the set of that movie with Baldoni, and it was outrageous. We went over all of them, and the explanations behind them are hilarious. I think that trial is going to be pretty interesting. It's not going to be televised, but Lauren Knighty is going to be there and reporting on it. So there will be other reporters in the courtroom as well. And so I'm sure that we'll get daily updates, etc. But it's going to be interesting for sure. For sure. And if you didn't know, Lauren Knighty, who's been a friend of mine for a long time, we met during the Laura Owens case, was actually subpoenaed by Blake Lively in this case, trying to intimidate, YouTubers from talking about her and being critical. So that was interesting to talk about as well. Has Blake had any work since she done this? That's a good question. I think she's been too busy with all her lawsuits and her PR campaign to save her reputation to do any work. I haven't seen her in anything. But then again, I don't really follow her. I think she's a pretty bad actress. I don't like her. I don't like the things that she's in. That movie that this all started from is just awful. I couldn't make it through the first, I think it was like the second scene in that movie. I can't remember even what it's called. Yeah, it was that unmemorable that I have no idea. Oh, by the way, I am reading Dracula right now, and I've never read it before. Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I am loving it so much. But I cannot believe, after reading this book, that none of the adaptations I've ever seen have leaned into the black comedy that it really is. Because it's funny. And I don't think it's just me. I think if you read that book, there are moments in it that are laugh out loud funny. And I have never seen that depicted on the big screen. Dracula is an amazing book. And how have I not read it? Because there's a lot of classics I haven't read. Dracula was not one that we were told to read in school, so it's just one that I skipped. Now, Frankenstein, I did have to read in college, and I loved it. It was my favorite. But
that girl's
yeah,
like a cute
Dracula's
little wrecking ball, I swear. Oh,
funny.
Lord. You have a metal banister where you go up the stairs, and she whacked it. You could hear her arm. She hit her arm on it. And it went,
Oh, no.
But she was fine. Like she was like, huh? But I was like, well, let me check it out just to make sure, make sure everything bends. And, I remember being that age, though, when, you could do almost anything to yourself. It was, it was nothing. But she's like a little wrecking ball. She's cute, but my Lord.
I was just telling the chat that I'm obsessed with Dracula. I've never read it before, and I'm reading it now.
Great.
And oh my God, it's so good. But Tug, why on earth have none and absolutely zero of the adaptations have leaned into the dark comedy that it is? There are so many funny moments that are just unintentional.
There are sad moments too, like him, dining at empty tables. I mean, that's a terrible existence too when you think about it. But yeah, there's all kinds of
stuff in there though that is so funny. Like my favorite so far is in the very beginning, Jonathan Harker, right? He's going to the Count's castle, and all these villagers from everywhere are begging him not to go, giving him crucifixes, praying over him, crossing themselves. Like it's clear sign, red flags everywhere. And he's all, strange customs. Yeah. Anyway, onward. Like he's totally clueless, cannot see red flags. You couldn't write a Monty Python sketch better than this character. And there's so much like that. It's such a great book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with it. I haven't been able to put it down. I've been taking it with me to doctor's appointments, which is uncomfortable because it's one of those big classics that they send you in the mail. My husband has a bunch of these, and it's a hardcover with gold leaf pages. It's giant, and I'm lugging it all over the planet right now.
That's funny. That's great, though. I really like that book. I like it. All the classics. Frankenstein, man. Oh,
love Frankenstein. I read that every year.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. I just don't understand why the adaptations of it are not true to the book. They're not even true to the story. I'm only at the part where Lucy has just died. And so I'm only halfway through. And Lucy has just died, and we find out that, oh God, she's coming back as a vampire, isn't she?
Did you watch the movie Demeter? The Demeter? It's interesting because it doesn't romanticize the monster that, I've never seen a movie that focused on that. Again, that's a very short portion of the book, the crossing, but it's still a horrifying idea being strapped on there with that thing.
Oh yeah.
And Bram Stoker's Dracula does put a little bit of it in there, but the movie The Demeter, when you watch it, Dracula's not some, he doesn't overwhelm you with human elements. He's a monster.
Right. And that's another thing that really bothered me about the adaptations, the movies that I've seen, is that they do romanticize this creature, and it's like, no, this is not a love story. There is no love story in this. This is a monster. This is a predator. And these are people all these people are completely unknowing of what is happening, which is what makes it so scary, is that there's this awful thing happening and no one really knows what it is. And none of it is romance. And so why they romanticize this monster in Hollywood, I don't know. It's very confusing to me. Very confusing. Nosferatu, the new one with Johnny Depp's daughter, is pretty close as far as the story goes, except, again, they stray off of the whole Lucy and Mina thing, and they make it a love story again.
Well, they were also trying to, they were trying to keep some of those elements, but also make the old movie Nosferatu. So, the old black and white. So they're going to make some of the same issues with that. But anyway, we're way off topic.
I know. I'll change my avatar now to my my vampire fighting fox nun avatar.
I do really like that book, though. I enjoy that. I like monsters, period. I like they're not real. The human monster is real, but a monster is, as far as we know, is not real. So it's a lot more. You can just sit down, think, oh my God, that's crazy, read about it, and detach for a while.
Yeah,
and
so
then
far
pop
it's
in.
been great.
The human monsters are again, we cover human monsters all the time. I don't mind some. Like, I'll watch Scream or something, but if you lean too far into them, it reminds me of my old job.
Yeah.
When you start talking about their mental problems, it does.
In Dracula, that Jonathan Seward character, or whatever his name is not Jonathan, it's something else. Dr. Seward. His existence is pretty awful in the loony bin.
Oh yeah.
With the crazy guys. Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a minute since I've read too, but gosh, I bought it for the oldest to read through because I liked reading all of that. But anyway, here we go. Let's go. Like I said, it's my fault. We stopped in. So where were we? 9, I believe. Yeah, 9.
I think. Yeah.
Hale's identified. Video exhibit E has a video. Hale's identified. The video is a video taken by an additional protective part of the George. Hales testified that the video showed Preston entering the parking lot of the Otter Creek post office, parking immediately next to George's vehicle, entering the post office. Hales testified that Otter Creek's population is less than 100 people, and that Preston purposefully parked next to George's vehicle and remained at the post office after seeing George. Hales testified that he believes that Preston is taking efforts to dishonor the Ohio Civil Stalk and Protect Order. I personally believe that. Looking at all the actions that she engages in, I believe sometimes that she tries to feign that she's trying to do that by, nowadays, more of these crazy people, they do their dirty work, but they're giving them videos and other things. I mean, again, that should be cut and dry. If that isn't enough to say that somebody is breaking a protective order, I don't know what is.
I don't know what it is, yeah.
So, on cross, Preston accuses Hales of not showing full videos and editing videos. Okay, Hales denies editing videos. This is that's typical, by the way. Oh, that's not the whole thing. This is also their go-to. That's the same thing they went to with interviews and everything else. Oh, by the way, folks, I played this yesterday with Megan, but let me throw this in here, because they say things like, never wanted to make contact with Tug, never did any of that stuff, right? Well, yeah. So Tina sent over a few things that came from Preston. One of these, well, this is 40-something seconds. I'm going to play this for you.
I love it.
Tina, is there any way you can get in touch with Tug? And if he has any way of communicating with David R., only me, if you could let me know. I need to know if David would help us with legal representation in Ohio. It's getting bad. We have a hearing November 3rd. We've not even been served yet, but we're going to be found guilty. And if we are found guilty of contempt, the contempt includes conspiracy to commit murder on Hales. And we have never tried to conspire anything on Hales.
So
no, we just tried to find a hitman, but we didn't conspire about it.
But isn't that interesting? They were so in the desperate that they tried to get me to help them. So they trusted me enough. So see, this is the messed up thing. She's a user First of all, use her for
Yeah.
anyone's convenience, but she wanted to trust me enough to help her put her pal over there in jail, which again, if she would have fucking done what she's supposed to, well, but again, I had an interesting thought about something. I'm not going to say this live yet. I'm going to message something.
Chad has a great point. Imagine saying those things in front of your small child. She's talking about being charged with conspiracy to commit murder in front of a child. Like, way to give your kid nightmares.
I'm going to send you
an
idea. I'm going to send it on your phone.
Where are you sending it?
I'm going to send it on your phone. Okay. Just give me a second. Now, read that. Tell me.
Outside is weird.
Tell me what you think about that. I don't want to say that because if it's not, then do we give them ideas?
Oh. Possible. Oh, that thunder is loud.
We'll see. We'll see. Wow. Mark it if I'm right.
Did you hear that thunder?
I did. That was loud.
Woo. Still going.
You got a monster. Oh no, Frankenstein. He returns.
It has been such great weather to read Dracula. I've been in heaven. It's been raining and thundering and pouring and just like nasty weather. And I've been nosing a book. It's been so good.
That's funny. I've been going through. Jeremy popped in the other day. I was listening to it. He was like, "Is that Obama?" And it's like, yeah. I found the book. I didn't realize they had ever translated it, but I found a book from Pablo Escobar's main hitman. They called him Popeye, and he's responsible.
And you had Obama reading it to you?
Yeah, I had Obama when he popped in, but he wrote it. This guy's responsible for killing thousands of people. It's insane. It's just absolutely insane. But it's even crazier with Obama reading it to me. Obama has you like him, dislike him, that doesn't matter.
He's got a great voice.
He has a great reading voice, especially for horror or for something that it just gets that point across. Anyway, so Hale denied editing. The Preston questions Hales related to the incident in the sheriff's parking lot. Preston asked Hales if he saw the sheriff's deputy directing her where to park. Hales denies seeing a sheriff directing Preston where to park and denied hearing the sheriff telling Preston to park immediately next to his vehicle. See, if that's Levy County, if that's how they they take care of your protective order by telling a person that has obviously been doing horrible things to you to park beside you, and no, that just unfortunately, like I said, I'm not giving any credence to her story. I don't believe anything she says at this point, but at the same time, I could see Levy County being that shitty, especially not just what's sad is not just with Hales, definitely with Hales, but the other people, like again, victims, that the way they treat them. Oh my God, I could see that happening. It's terrible. So Hales testified that the sheriff made Preston move her vehicle from next to his vehicle. So Preston questioned Hales as to the existence of a longer video of the incident at Otter Creek Post Office. Hales acknowledged that the video shows Preston looking at George, parking next to George's vehicle, and then remaining at the post office despite knowing that George was inside the post office. Well, bravo. That's effective cross. That's effective cross. I think that's shitty too. That one of the ugly things with people pro se is that somebody, like if they've been stalking you, they can sit in a court and they can still harass the shit out of you inside of a courtroom because they're pro se.
Yep.
Because this is because this is about violations. They already have a protective order against them. At that point, there should be something in the system that prohibits that. But then again, you have people that are on trial for doing heinous things. Like driving through a parade, for example, and ending a lot of lives, and they get to go after the family members of people. So That's a jacked up part of our system. But anyway, Hales testified that during the incident in the street, he did see John Cook on a walker.
No, it says that he did see it. For some reason, I read that wrong.
Yeah, see,
He did see him on a walker.
unfortunately,
Okay.
is he in a walker? Okay. Well, the thing is, there's the other elements there too, like telling him he doesn't have to give that up. It's okay. He didn't. If it would have just been driving by, if he would have turned himself to walk away, and again, show that he is trying.
That's all he had to do was walk up onto to that berm towards the fence. That's all he had to do, towards the fence line.
And no contact, no
talking.
Yeah. And remember, speech includes like flipping people off and shit too. So
Right.
no speech at all. Hales denies knowing how long Cook was in the street. Hales acknowledged that when he pulled out of his driveway, that he saw Cook in the street.
But this part bothers me. Hales acknowledged he could have taken a different route that would not have required him to drive past the Preston Cook property. Yeah, but he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
They're the ones who have to avoid him. That's
one of their talking points. Yes, that's one of their talking points, though. He's not scared enough because he takes the street in front of his property. What? So I have to be terrified, and I have to basically readjust my life.
I have to give up my rights to go the way I want to go because I'm being stalked by some psychos. No, I don't think so. You guys have to give up your rights. That's how it works. I don't have to do anything different. They do. They have to alter their behavior.
That's been their argument from go. Their argument from go is screw you. We have all the rights. You don't. You don't have any.
And they're wrong. That's not true.
Well, a court is definitely told them they're in violation. But unless they do something real, it won't matter. These people will never care. They'll, with a slap on the wrist, fine. And honestly, they don't think they're ever, right now, they're under the delusion that they don't have to ever pay any of this money.
Oh my God. Look at this. Preston accused Hales of being the author, poster of the social media site Otter Creek Standing in Truth.
Yeah.
Hales denied being the author and poster of the social media page Standing in the Truth. She now posts there all the time.
Yep. What a piece of garbage. What a nutbag, man.
Wow. Hey, William, I hear ya. William just sent a $5 super chat that said they're 2.5 hours east of Rochester, and we've had thunder that sounds like bombs. 2 different strikes hit the woods behind us. Yeah, we've had some wicked storms out here right now. We have flooding going on. It has been doing nothing but raining, and the thunder is epic. It's just great weather, though, for reading Dracula. I couldn't have picked a better week. I could not have picked a better week for this. All right, let's see. So Preston testified as follows in defense of the motion for contempt. Preston denied being prosecuted in Florida for any violation of the Ohio order. Preston alleged that Hales has violated the Florida order that Preston has against Hales.
I wonder how that worked.
Preston testified as the road incident that she was on the phone with an advocate from Ohio when Hales came down the road and approached Cook. Preston showed a video that she took of the road incident. The video was subsequently submitted to the court via disc. The video was marked as Preston Exhibit A. The video shows the road interaction between Cook and Hales from Preston's phone. The video shows Hales driving slowly down the road saying 10 feet, 10 feet. Also during the video, Cook can be heard saying, "Suck my D." In the video, Preston directs Cook to talk to her and not to Hales.
So he can be heard. See, this is why you get your violation right there. They probably wouldn't have. Well, I shouldn't say they probably wouldn't have, but it's not guaranteed. That's the better way of saying it. It wouldn't have been guaranteed. But when they turn in something with, again, you are allowed. These people are also under the delusion that if I go somewhere I can very much say, hey, 10 feet, stay the fuck away from me. You know,
Yeah.
I 100% have the right
He
to
has
call
a
that
right
out.
to remind them what the order says. Yeah, if they're disobeying it, sure.
And to remind everyone else around too, you know? I mean, he has the right to say whatever. I mean, again.
Yep. As to the post office incident, Preston testified that she did not see Risk's vehicle when she pulled into the parking lot. Preston testified that she parked in the handicap spot and ran quickly into the post office. Oh, she parked in the handicap spot? She admits to parking in a handicap spot? A woman who is not handicapped, does not have a handicap sticker, parked in a handicap spot? Huh. That's pretty terrible. And ran quickly into the post office. Preston said she never looked left and did not see Risk in the post office. Preston submitted Exhibit B as a video that was posted on Hale's YouTube site with commentary from Hale's. Preston said she would never have gone into the post office if she would have known the Risk was in the post office.
Right.
Preston testified that she has made efforts to avoid Hale's and she's in fear for her safety from the fans of Hale's.
Mm-hmm. You know, she had the ability through all of these incidences to showcase the supposed thousands and thousands and thousands of threats that she gets and all of that. She could have easily. She could have showcased them any time in any of these hearings. In fact, this would have been the time to show it. You know, it wouldn't. Now, to make this clear, it wouldn't mean that you still aren't violating something, but at least it might, it might put it on record. You could use it later, whatever, too. You know,
this
it might cover that.
They actually do have a handicap thingy.
So they do.
That's weird. Which one of them is handicapped? The one who throws around gigantic toolboxes and leaps over barrels and things, or the other one?
Yeah, hadn't he been disabled since the 90s?
Oh my God.
You know what's crazy?
How do these people do it?
Well, it's amazing. Like, it took me forever to get a placard, and I had a wreck that, it messed up my knee, and on top of it, which I don't always need. Sometimes it's like, I'll push through it. Who cares? And it depends on where I'm at too. If I'm in a place that has like one handicap, I'm like, you know what? That's not bad. But also, it took forever, and it wasn't.
Yeah, they don't seem to have any trouble getting these benefits that take most people years to get, do they?
Well,
they
it was
seem
weird.
To be able to. They're pros at it.
Maybe I just didn't go to the right doctors.
Perhaps. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Preston denied posting the items on the social media page. Otter Creek standing in truth. Preston accused Hales of manipulating the social media page. Preston testified that she was at the sheriff's office to show a deputy an unrelated item on her phone. Preston testified that the deputy directed her where to park and that she was not parked near Hales's vehicle. Preston testified she did not know Hales was going to be at the sheriff's department at that time. The court sustained multiple objections to Preston's testimony related to any Florida court proceedings.
I like that line. Because, it has no bearing on what you're listening. You can hear it going on in your head, ma'am, ma'am, this is not a Denny's. I can just hear it now. Preston admitted that she authors a website called The Heart of Otter Creek. Okay. Preston testified that she used a social media forum to defend herself. Okay. Preston denied that social media post Exhibit D was directed at Hales. Preston testified that at the post office, she saw on a West vehicle, did not see the protected party, George. Upon cross-examination, Preston admitted that she has a Facebook page. Otter Creek stand.
This is the moment when the judge should have been like, all right, go directly to jail.
Yeah, I mean, really, because she lied and tried
she accused him of being the one who had it.
I mean, that right there should be brought up in everything that comes up. You know, this is the same lady that lied about
perjury.
Yeah.
Put her, like, prosecute her for perjury. In the same hearing, she denied 2, 3, 4 times that she was the author of that page, and now all of a sudden, oh well, she did.
Yeah. Well, my bad. That is mine.
Oh my God.
I really do feel like I'm living in a clown world. Oh my God.
Talk about clown losers.
You know, I cannot for the life of me though get enough of this Kay. I'm telling you. Like I
know you can't.
I can't, man. But you know, Jeremy, I hate it for you, brother. But man, from the outside, this is just the most insane shit that I've ever seen. You know? I can't. I've had few cases that have ever just kept my attention. Usually by now I'd be like, let's do something else, you know. But every day I get up, I'm like, ooh, and you know, I still have that excitement too. Like some crazy comes
Laura Owens for this case, and that was really epic. It's still epic. It's still going on. There are still things
we've got to
happening in that case every day.
We've got to get back into that.
And Tug's like, Hales, man. Hale.
Yeah, Hales is more, I just more interested because the people that are in it. Okay. Laura Owens and her counsel are nutbags, but man, I mean, you have a smorgasbord of weirdos and idiots to just feast from, you know. Any day that I'm like, I'm tired of that one, I'd be like, this one, you know.
Yes, Tug's appetite never wanes for the Hales case ever.
You know, there are days I get excited though. Like if I find something, I'll call Meg. I'll be like, Megan, have you seen this? You know, just out of the blue. If it's really good, like I'm not like nice about it at first. I'm not even like, hey, what are you doing? Are you busy? You know, I'm just like, have you seen this? Oh my God. So she admits that she is in control of the page too. So not only is it she owns it, but she controls it. So that really takes away the Jeremy Hale's editing. Page. Oh my God. What an idiot. Lynette, man, that is the dumbest thing. You know, I don't think we give them enough credit for doing their stupid. You know, a lot of times, a lot of people buy into they have been used. And I mean, they have, of course, for other people's motives, but they themselves are just horrible liars and pieces of shit too. Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I have rarely run across someone as unsympathetic as Lynette Preston.
Yeah.
Rarely. I was thinking about that today. Like the second I want to feel sorry for her, she does something that destroys that every time. And today it was the wrapping herself in the Bible and asking people to pray for her neighbors. The same neighbors she said she wants dead like a dog on Dead Dog Road. Okay. I have no sympathy for that. None. My sympathy meter is completely empty when it comes to her. She is one of the most unsympathetic characters I've ever seen.
Well, it's been amazing too to see, like, again, her PR team, and you know, they all want to argue that, but they didn't get that video. You know, that fence video. They didn't get that from just some random place. They got it from these people. They hyped it up. They even lied about it, and they weren't called on that until recently, where Lynette Preston accidentally, I think, said, yeah, there are 2 different vehicles. They were at 2 different times of the day. Whoopsie. So that video, they lied about it. Lynette let the cat out of the bag on that one.
Tug, I forgot to tell you, speaking of Laura Owens, one of the things, one of the documents we have got to go over, me and you, Judge Mata's father has entered the picture.
Oh my God.
And you know, he used to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
He has filed a response to a subpoena. He's filed a motion to quash to a subpoena that David Gingras tried to subpoena his phone records, his emails, and he has written a response. It is so epically funny.
Oh my God.
It is so good.
Maybe that's something to do. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Okay. Because
we've got to start.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the win.
Because the stuff that is happening in that case, Not to mention the threats that I've gotten from Gingras that I still haven't had a chance to go over. We've got to get caught up. It's a riot.
We've got to cover the threats first.
Turns out that Judge Mata's daddy is hilarious.
Oh, see, that's good. I think I want to see some of that for sure.
You gotta see it. I gotta show it to you. It's epic.
So Preston admitted that she was at the sheriff's office on the same date as the protected parties. Okay. She admitted that she was at the post office. The police office, okay, the post office. She moved to admit, he moved to admit exhibits. The court strike the admission of petitioners Exhibit F. I wonder which one was Exhibit F. All other exhibits were admitted. Counsel for petitioner requested leave to submit a supplemental affidavit of attorney fees. To date, no such affidavit has been filed. So, pursuant to Ohio, here's her code. We'll just say a person who violates a protective order issued under this section is subject to the following sanctions: criminal prosecution for a violation of the section, if the violation of the protective order constitutes a violation of that section, and punishment for contempt of court. Enforcement of a CSPO generally is through contempt proceedings in a trial court. Quote, a party cannot be found in contempt if the contempt charge is premised on a party's failure to obey an order of the court. The court is not clear. So they have to, it can't be, you cannot have question. But this is, again, how people play a court order. I think it's right here where you find a lot of that, because the order is not clear, definitive, ambiguous, subject to dual interpretation. So first of all, the court has to get it right. And then, with the violations, they have to be very. So, however, an order is not ambiguous merely because a party misunderstands the order. Now, that's an important part.
Just because you're ignorant doesn't mean the order doesn't stand.
That only works for people who work for our government,
Right.
They can plead ignorance.
They're allowed to play dumb.
Yeah.
But you're not.
It really, it may sound like stupid when I say that, but police can plead ignorance of the law. They do it all the time, when they violate your constitutional rights, or when other people do it too, but you see it more often with police. But just because a misunderstanding of an unambiguous order is not a defense to a contempt proceedings. To be ambiguous, the order must be unclear, indefinite, subject to dual interpretations. Now, the power to find an individual in contempt of court is inherent in a court as necessary to exercise of its judicial function. As the primary interest involved in contempt proceedings is the authority and proper functioning of a court, great reliance is placed upon the trial judge's discretion in contempt matters. The burden of proof for civil contempt is clear and convincing evidence. Again, it has to be clear. That's why a lot of people will hide behind the posting that she put up. I would think when I see that, I think Hales did a much better job when collecting evidence, because we would see him post a lot of his evidence that we knew he was going to use in Ohio, that these people were saying. And he had thousands of freaking exhibits. It wasn't just like 1 or 10 or whatever that, and, they might interpret a certain way. You could take things that she was posting. She was very clear who she's talking about,
Yep.
Okay. You want to roll here there?
Sure. In all contempt, so according to the law, in all contempt proceedings, the court shall conduct a hearing. At the hearing, the court shall investigate the charge and hear any answer or testimony that the accused makes or offers, and shall determine whether the accused is guilty of the contempt charge. If the accused is found guilty, the court may impose any of the following penalties. For a first offense, a fine of not more than $250, a definite term of imprisonment, and of not more than 30 days in jail or both. For a second offense, a fine of not more than $500 and a definite term of imprisonment of not more than 60 days in jail or both. And for a third or subsequent offense, a fine of not more than $1,000, a definite term of imprisonment of not more than 90 days in jail or both. A person acts knowingly, regardless of his purpose, when he is aware that his conduct will probably cause a certain result or will probably be of a certain nature. A person has knowledge of circumstances when he is aware that such circumstances probably exist. The weight given to the evidence and the credibility of witnesses are issues for the trier of fact. So it probably doesn't help when you say you don't own a page and then 5 minutes later you say you do.
I love that, actually.
Oh, the trier of fact is the best able to view the witnesses and observe their demeanor and the shit they lie about, gestures and voice inflections, and use those observations in weighing the credibility of the proffered testimony. The full civil stalking protection order issued on November 1st, 2023 contains the following clear and unambiguous language in Section 4. Respondent shall stay away from petitioner and all other protected persons named in this order and not be present within 500 feet or 10 feet while on owned property of any protected persons, whether those protected persons may be found or wherever they may be found, or any place respondent knows or should know that the protected persons are likely to be, even with a protected person's permission.
Yes.
If respondent accidentally comes in contact with protected persons in any public or private place, respondent must depart immediately. The order includes encounters on public and private roads, highways, and thoroughfares.
Yes. So you can't run across them on the road and be like, whoops, you know.
Yeah,
my bad.
We get to use the road too.
Yep.
Additionally, in the narrative section, the court included the following language. Petitioner presented credible testimony and evidence in support of a civil stalking protection order. The court specifically notes that petitioner and respondent are neighbors and at their properties located in Florida, that this court order issued in Ohio must be given full faith and credit pursuant to the Violence Against Women Act. The court further notes that when the parties are located on their own property, that the distance is reduced to 10 feet. When the parties are not on their respective properties, the distance remains at 500 feet. This order includes any internet and or electronic communications.
See these right here. Like
any.
Yes.
So she's not even supposed to mention him.
No, and she's tagged him. I mean, there's all kinds of violations with that stuff. That's what I mean. I mean, the stuff they've been brazen about, the reshares, all of that is brazen. But the road thing, I thought was really interesting. And, you know, the funny thing is they played it out like Hale's somehow brought up the Violence Against Women Act and somehow manipulated it. Not like that's not the basis for part of the protective order, right? Like it notes it in here. It's just amazing.
Funny how Lynette's Jokalists didn't publish this one.
Make sure there's no address. You know, I just want to make sure of something real quick. I don't think there's anything.
You think it's intentional that they failed to produce this one?
You know, they like to bring up bits and pieces of items, or no. And oh snap! What is that? Oh wait, is that the same one too?
I love Tug's fancy outfit today. The fancy suit,
isn't it nice? That's what I thought. I thought it looked nice.
Dressed up.
I like that collar.
I do. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
it's really weird. It's like a cross between like a Star Trek look and also a tie, though.
You know, it's really funny. It was like, okay, well, I can get that, but also, I was like, okay, well, while we're on it, let's have Tug peeking around corner. You should see all that. Look at this. Like when I get carried away, check this out. This is really funny. So I have like a million freaking items like this. Tug peeking around a wall. Ooh, look at that. You know, Tug. I was like, no mouth, quit. I know.
It just cannot understand the no mouth direction sometimes.
Yeah. One of the things I found, instead of saying no mouth, featureless. That is the kicker. Yeah, featureless.
But then it doesn't remove the eyes though, which is good.
Yeah. Well, I tell it to
look at that collar. You've got like a priest collar a shirt and tie,
Yeah,
and like
it's
a
an
Kim Jong
armored.
Un.
Yeah, it's an armored collar. I put one on the outside because I was trying
armored.
to figure out something to take up because they gave me this is the first one, and I was like, that is way too much, you know. I was like, good
Also, it
Lord.
makes you look necklace, like you have no
Yeah,
neck.
so I was like, oh, let's go with this, you know.
I love it.
Yeah, I like it better with gloves too, you know.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like how the rings are on top of the gloves too.
Mhm. Well, yeah, you got to show them off, you know. If you're never going to take them off, you know. So, upon review and consideration, the court finds the respondent Preston knowingly violated the civil stalking protective order. Specifically, the court finds the following incident to be in violation of civil protective order. The incident at the sheriff's office. Hales testified credibly that Preston drove her vehicle within 500 feet of his vehicle while parked at the Levy County Sheriff's Office. The court does not find credible Preston testimony that she was directed to park at or near Hale's vehicle. Like, again, remember, this is stuff that the Sheriff's Department said was not problems. None of this. Nothing was a problem. You know, so in taking what they've testified to, you got to remember all of these things, you know, and really just take that into account. So the court finds this to be a knowing, willful violation of the CPO. The incident at the post office. Hales presented a video of the protected party, George, at the post office. The video shows Preston entering the post office, accessing the post office box. George, separate section of the post office, but the distance is clearly less than 500 feet. The court will note that Preston did not have any communication with George at the post office. However, this is big time there, and they need to remember. Hales testified there are less than 100 people in that town, and Preston should have been aware that George was in the post office as her vehicle was parked outside. Now, that's a huge statement too, because again, this should tell these people that, you know, in that town, you need to be on constant vigil. That's why, like with Walmart, they tried to bring up Hale's harassing. You know what? If you see a party you have a protective order against, have you ever seen like a female run into a stalker? Have you ever seen them just freak the fuck out, you know, in a video because they've seen somebody? Well, you're allowed to have that response. So with Hale, you know, they were like, oh, you know, he's doing this. He's trying to make it. Well, yeah, of course, he's trying to make his ass leave. And yes, he talked about it publicly, of course. You know, these people, they willfully violate. And maybe you can force, you know, Levy County into at least shaming them. He thought that at one time. These are
people who talk about shooting him in the face and feeding him to alligators.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to just put up with it, with them in public and not say anything when he has a protective order against him? I don't think so.
Well, apparently, according to Levy County, you're just supposed to eat shit and let them hurt you, you know? It's a good thing that that his primary residence was in Ohio, and they reached into Ohio and did what they did. If she would have not tried to mail, you know, like the mayor and all of that, it might have been a different story, you know?
Right.
But she decided to reach over it. Also, let's see, we have a footnote. So the court notes that George did not testify at the contempt hearing to authenticate the video. Hale did authenticate the video, although he's not present at the post office. Preston did not object to the video as presented, nor to its lack of authentication. See, Preston, this is another reason that you have a lawyer present for everything. Like these, again, these people, they think that you don't need one. And that idea is insane. You know, this is how, because you don't know the procedure, especially when you get in the courtroom. You know, you may be able to potentially ask AI how to handle something on the outside, and it may be right. But when you get inside the courtroom and things are actually happening at, you know, the speed of law, then you have a problem. But she didn't object there. The court will not make the objection for her. So you notice that. The court is saying that, well, with this, I mean, she could have made the objection, you know,
right.
She might have actually saved herself a problem with that. But unfortunately, she decided to go this other way.
Yep.
God, I'd love to really watch the video of her playing lawyer. I would. I'd love to see the video of it. You know, we've heard some.
Great.
We have got to go back over those hearings. God, those are got to.
I know, they're so funny.
So, the court specifically does not find the internet postings to be a violation of the civil protective order. There was no direct communication with the protected party. While the court finds it problematic that any party is posting copies of the protective order on any social media site, the evidence presented herein is insufficient to find that Preston in contempt for alleged action. So that's I'm curious how that was presented as well, because she's admitted to.
Well,
she admitted
the court
to ownership.
made the note that they could not read it. It was illegible.
Okay.
And they noted that Jeremy Hales testified he knew what it was, but the court was saying, but it's illegible.
Yeah.
So anybody else can't read it, is basically, I think, what the court is saying. So we find it problematic, but not, it doesn't cross that line because it was illegible in the first place.
So accordingly, the court finds Lynette Preston to be in contempt of court based on blah, 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 with issued on November the 1st, 2023. God, it's amazing. That's been, what's amazing is they've had a protective order in place since November the 1st, 2023. We have watched these people flagrantly.
Wait, and she got fined $50 and never paid it.
Yeah.
$50 damn dollars. She'd rather be in contempt of court for not paying it.
And that's amazing to me, with everything.
Again, nothing's happened to her.
No, but of course.
Why would you pay it?
Well, there's certain people that, again, it's like the system is more geared on punishing people that can afford to pay. That's one of the things. Like, well, the reason why they'll hold someone like Jeremy Hales in contempt is because he can pay his fines. And they are also, they make money, court systems make money. Now, I'm not taking a shot at this specific judge. I'm just saying courts in general, they don't do anything. It's just like I was talking about CPS. I told you about the little kid who used to walk around that neighborhood and he would ask to come in people's homes and he'd ask to eat at your house and watch TV in your home. He would go over to everyone's house. A little bitty, I'm talking like freaking 5-year-old child, a cute little kid too. I was like, oh my God, somebody's going to do something terrible to this child, Yeah. And people would call. There were, I don't know, in a month there were probably at least 18 or 19 calls. CPS did nothing about it. This person would leave. They weren't there. That was the crazy thing. They would leave their 5-year-old at home by themselves, and the kid didn't have a TV or anything, so the kid didn't have food either, I guess.
Aww.
So the kid would wander around, ask for food, which we gave him food, and I got to the point, it was so bad that I offered that parent I would buy a TV and they could put it in, and I would pay the bill for, some basic something so this kid could watch it. Jeez. But, they, thinking back on it, they probably would just sold the damn thing, but at least, yeah, but I wanted to try because this kid,
their drug addiction or whatever the hell was going on.
Oh, that's exactly what they were doing, because they would leave home, they do all this, but the crazy thing was CPS would do nothing about it. They wouldn't. Not. And in that same area, there was a woman accused of leaving an older kid unwatched, and the kid walked down the road and did something, walked down to another business, and they actually went through this whole hoopla of trying to take her kid and everything else. So I was like, 18 violations of a kid wandering around, but yeah, $50. Isn't that wild? So the court hereby cautions.
She's to this day has never paid it.
It's wild. We're talking about $50.
Some people can get away with murder. She can get away with anything. It's no wonder she continues and her behavior continues to escalate, because she's literally never been smacked for doing any of this.
No. None of these people have yet. That's why, ultimately, I think, again, if the legal system is like, nope, there's nothing, everything's good to go, then this is a two-way street, and you do not let somebody bury you on the high road. You can be like, well, how far do you ignore? Again, they had the audacity the other night, by the way, where they made a quote unquote victims list, which, I'm sure most people saw. Well, on there,
You mean the one that included Martians and
Olite.
anyone who's ever gone to Walmart?
It included Olite, the place they contacted. Yeah, it's terrible that he pointed out the fact that they damaged his business. Apparently,
anyone on planet Earth, because Jeremy has gotten them all.
Oh my God, I'm gonna pull up that little tree thing in a minute. That tree is funny. I've got to do it. So anyway, she gets 5 years, or rather 5 years. She gets $50 as a violation and told, hey, don't do any more of this. She was warned that the 5-year civil protective order remains in place and that she should have no further contact, either directly or through another person. I don't know. Here's something I don't understand. What year is it?
Right now, 2026.
Okay. Remember the protective order and it falling off? Remember the whole discussion about that?
Yeah.
So why warned that the 5-year civil protective order?
Wait, it was granted in 2023?
That's what it says.
Well, then shouldn't it be up in 2028?
You would think so, right?
I mean, my math is bad. I will admit, I'm bad.
I realize you're not a mathlete, but yes, you can do 3 plus 5. I got you. I trusted you with that one. Yeah, I wasn't throwing hot plate math at you or anything. That's where it gets crazy. I got you.
Like, you were setting me up there.
Yeah, you were like, wait a minute.
I nailed it. I nailed that one.
You're like, wait a minute, Em, is this a trick question?
I can use my fingers on that kind of math. You will not trip me up if I can use my fingers.
The devil trying to set me up again. Oh, it just it blows me.
How many hot plates is that?
You know who else they list as a victim on their list? Okay, you'll love this list. I've got to pull it up. I thought it was funny. So check this out. These are the supposed victims of. This was their list. I noticed again. This one's a little blurry, but who cares? You notice that Jamie Starr Johnson.
I thought Jay made this up.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is not made up.
Yeah, I would have thought this was made up at first. So you have Jamie Starr Johnson, who's come out and talked about how horrible these people were to her and all the damage that they've tried to do to her and everything else. They put her on there, though. ThATuMBRELLAgUY on here. The guy
God.
Yeah, the appeals court. Paint chips.
Paint chips? Vomit? Lips? Oh, come on. Mr. Barbecue? What did that say? Mr. Robinson? Who's Mr. Here's to you, Mr. Robinson. Who's that?
I don't know who some of these people are.
Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who are all these people? Who's Terry? Who's Terry?
I mean, we just got random names. Crystal, Holly. Like, what the fuck is this?
Who's Kathy Cox?
Look, people on SSI or SST.
Warm? Who's Mr. Warm? All right, we need to play.
I mean, look, these look like
you
these
need to play just
Todd
reading
Cheeks.
of the
That
list.
can't be real. Todd Cheeks. I mean, is that? Oh, maybe
that's
the guy
Paint
who
Chips.
came out.
That's Paint Chips' nickname.
Yeah, actually, that's the guy who came out talking about Paint Chips. I bet Todd Cheeks. Yeah. That would be funny. Paint Chips, aka Todd Cheeks, aka.
Oh my lord!
Oh look, they even put Shara even though she flipped.
Oh God, how is Shara a victim
I
of
don't
Jeremy's?
know, but oh my God, this is the
This
stupidest thing
is
I've
too
ever
much.
read.
These people are the stupidest people on earth. But
Ugh.
honestly, the best way to enjoy this, though, is to listen to Jay read the list
Oh,
of
yeah.
victims.
Oh God,
That's the best way.
I just
because
yes, I was like, what the what now? Did you like our trees too? You know, did you see our filthy tree?
oh God, no. Well, I mean, I
Oh,
saw it, but it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
stupid.
Oh yeah, we gotta look at it. Is it funny?
It's
Oh,
so dumb.
here's our filthy tree. I like how they left off a bunch of people off of their tree, you know? Which look, we have the I noticed, by the way, I noticed they got my name right, but they leave out names like, you know, they didn't even put Victoria on there. Oh, wait. That's an AKA person. Also,
I have a problem with this because TUG is all capitalized. It
yeah.
is not capital T, lowercase UG. It is capital T, capital U, capital G.
Let's see where we're on the tree too.
That would be like writing DUI, capital D,
If this
lowercase
is the
UI.
Hale's tree, wouldn't the main tree be them and everything that branches on? That's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, I'm
too.
confused.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be like, you know, he
Why are
wouldn't be
they
like
two
this.
twigs at the top of the tree instead of the
that would
base
mean
of the tree?
like, where were they branching from? I mean, my God. Look, at least you got a thicker branch there. Look
I
at
do
this.
not enjoy this. Please stop using my middle name. I do not use that name. No one knows who that is. That's not my name. I do not use it.
We could start using names like hey Fats. We could start using I'll use an initial this time, like CL, you know, saw that in a police report. And maybe we'll start using those names. Maybe we'll start using some other people's names too, you know. Victoria. You know,
I mean, there's no reason to use my middle name other than just to annoy me.
No, they're trying to create a search engine optimization because your name is shared with Megan Fox.
That's too bad for her, but my name the name I use is my professional name. That is my legal name. You don't need to go any further than that. That is my name.
Look at this. Marla scores, but none of the co-hosts do.
What?
Yeah, look, everybody else they left off of their tree.
Where's Tammy J and Dumb Bonnie?
Oh my God, where is any? I mean, this is so stupid. Oh my Lord.
The truth-seeking tree? Is this a joke?
Like I said earlier, imagine though, you think you're like, man, we are cooking here. You know, we're cooking steak, baby, and all you serve up is some stock image word salad. Shit, look at
it's so bad.
It's so dumb.
Also, can you imagine referring to yourself as a harassed victim?
Oh, let me
we're harassed victims.
I gotta fix something on here too. You know, the size of some of these things are just way out of proportion too. You know, like let's fix some of this image. I mean, since we're talking about it here, let me copy that. I'm gonna open it in Paint. You know, I'm gonna get this right here. I swear though, when I saw this, I was like, man, who made these? These are dumb. What's going on? And then I found out they were real. I was like, wait a minute. You're kidding me, right? This really did pop up on the
They must be really hurting. You talk about hurting for content.
Oh, Jesus,
who sat around? I wonder who sat around creating this idiocy.
I'm just like, you know, if we're being real too, Stupid Dave, like what part is he? Like, you know, he'd be more like he wouldn't be unnoticeable. You'd have to like pick out a whole area, you know, it'd be more like, you know. Yeah. I mean, what are you talking about there?
And Ray Bone Crusher, his branch should be on the ground because it fell off the tree a while ago.
Well, also, I mean, from what I understand, these two branches have merged recently. You know?
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a marriage from what I understand.
Did anybody send them a gift?
Oh, I don't know. But you know what's really bad is I always thought this branch and that branch were going to merge, but I guess I got it wrong. Yeah.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah, I don't really know what's up with that. And I mean, this, you know.
Well,
Again.
Volmet always did have trouble with the ladies, so he should try the gentleman.
Again, we're
Probably
talking another
have better luck.
Larger portion of the tree. Here's another larger portion of the tree. You know, is that why they left a lot of people off? Because they were trying to get them proportionally correct.
Not
They
enough
didn't want to show it.
room.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Tammy J, man. She never gets any
Oh, they
credit
talk
for
about her
anything.
like they talk to her like she's a dog sometimes, man. They do. They just they use her like
Oh yeah,
whipping
Doritos
dog.
didn't make it either.
No, he doesn't count. Yeah, yep. Lips makes it on, but only, well, you know, she's the only one that matters, right, Michael?
Right, Michael? Okay, this is my favorite part, though. The victims of Jeremy Hales.
Let me read through all Jeremy Hale's victims. All right? Anyone who's ever been a smoker.
Anyone who's ever been a smoker.
Yeah.
All right? Anyone who's on disability. Anyone who gets money from the government. Anyone who's on food stamps. All Asians.
All Asians.
All right? Russians.
All Asians.
Martians.
Illegal aliens. These are all of his enemies. All of his victims I'm reading through. Right? Native Americans.
Native Americans.
Canadians. Australians. But not DJ Radis, but the rest of
Yeah,
the
that's true. You can't put
Australians.
DJ Radis on there.
And not Miyagi.
Yeah, that's true too. Not Miyagi.
South Polians. Oh no, even the South Polish? Well, no,
South Polish?
the North
South Polish.
North Pole. That's Santa Claus. No, he's at the South Pole. No, he's at North Pole. Yeah, anti-Santa Claus. Right? Jews. Germans. The Jews and the Germans. Weren't they against each other or something? Yeah, I know. He goes against everything. Those are his victims. All right? Swahilians. Hawaiians. Cubans. Any islander. All right? Clearly.
Any islander.
Right here. I have off to the side. Planet Earth. Planet
Earth.
All of his victims.
So in case you were wondering, that's the exhaustive list of Jeremy Hales' victims.
Man, I'm glad that was clarified for me, you know?
Me too.
I was. God, there's so much
Canadians,
in that one. I haven't even
Haitians.
They've been saying, apparently, according to some people posting, they said they were going to reveal all about the money that was supposed to be like in this week. So apparently they're going to tell everything. That'll be amazing because they know, you know, people have kept records.
Oh, so good.
It'll be funny. Oh God. That tells you that if they do start talking about the money, by the way, considering, you know, again, this is a subject that came up November, not November of last year, mind you. We were talking about the November before that.
Unreal.
Oh man, I had another idea. I'm gonna message you too, you know, to go along with that last thing. Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. Checking.
Yeah, 1 second.
The chat hates it when we do this, but chat, sometimes we can't talk about it, but we always will share it with you when we can.
Well, it's also something to explore. Like, okay, there's certain ideas that if I'm wrong, I may plant the idea in these people's heads of something to do. And
right,
you know, because some of these people are really stupid. They have very one-track minds. There's a couple of them that are pretty devious mofos, but I feel like they're attached, but you know, they're attached to everything going on, but I don't know how attached they are to communicating with one another and other items like that. Like again, we know Bruce is still planted in the game, but how you know, we also know that as far as Bruce is concerned, man, like 2L talks some mad shit about him, made him look terrible to that group of people. And, you know, Bruce is not the forgiving sort. That doesn't strike me as it anyway. You know, he's not like with Lynette and the Fats. They want us to pretend none of that chapter ever happened, right? And they'll play a game for a while. I don't even know if Bruce will play that game because I mean they shit on him publicly. He doesn't seem to be the sort that would. I would definitely, like for me, I would definitely be angry if I had built somebody's entire platform, not helped them, built them, and they went in and they tried to undercut me and take everything away. You know?
Oh yeah. I was just sent something interesting. A recreating of the tree. Here we go.
Just give me a second here. Oh yeah, I saw those. I saw people.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, and look at this one. Did you see this one? Let me see.
Oh, look how nice that he is. I like no matter what.
Why does J Hip look like a 13-year-old girl?
Well, I mean, when the slip fits.
I like Shizzy in the helmet. That's funny. Oh, it's good. Oh, look, Starcasm is there. I like this tree a lot better. This tree makes more sense. It's very funny.
Somebody has come back and checked on me a couple of times to find out too about their toothbrush project as well. Yeah, and what?
I fell, remember?
Oh yeah. I know you fail. I know, you know, but you're apparently doing fine because you're creeping around in the house in the dark. I know you needed your iPad. She was like, I needed my iPad though, but you know.
I was getting bored.
Oh, you were getting bored. Oh Lord. Well, there's all kinds of cleaning to still do.
No.
All right, well, go upstairs. Love you. Oh, wait. Cleaning's boring? Yeah. Hey, check the mouse traps. Okay. All right, love you. Close the door. Lord, those mice, man. we got another one. The kids are the little one is. She's like, oh, look at the cute mice. You know, throw it out. Oh Lord. It's just funny. All right, I think I'm going to hit supers. Are you sticking? Or are you out of here?
I think I'm going to go back to sleep.
All
I
right,
could definitely just go right back to sleep. I'm still so tired.
Yes,
but I am really sorry that I was late.
Who cares? I knew you'd show up. Like I said, it ain't a big deal until the
panic. Like my alarm didn't go off. What time is it? What time is it? I was fully expecting to look at the clock and see it say 10 o'clock and just be so embarrassed. So 8:40.
Well, I would have called by that. If I made it through the stream and you didn't wake up, I would call and make sure you were okay. You know,
that I wasn't dead. Yeah.
You know, I mean, definitely. Like again, I know both of us. Like you take a nap and you can't.
We've been traumatized. We've been traumatized though. So if one doesn't show up.
Exactly. You know, Jay too. I mean, Jay tried to traumatize us all for sure. You know,
for sure. In the first couple months after Jeff left us so quickly and unexpectedly, Tug went AWOL one weekend and I about had a heart attack. I was like, listen, you cannot not respond to my texts. Just tell me you're taking a day off or something. But I'm not going to survive it.
That toothbrush someone sent, I'm not going to show that, but that is kind of awesome, actually.
Isn't that crazy?
that is creepy and awesome. I like weird and creepy things like that. I think that's cool as hell, personally.
It's funny.
Yeah. But anyway, all right.
All right, I'll see you.
That's so funny, though. All right, let's hit some supers. Again, even if a person, we've hit them, we will at least think, you know, again, I appreciate all of you. You make this work. So thank you. Fallen Hero, kicking it off too. Thank you for the gifted membership there. Thank you, Fallen Hero. Appreciate you, my friend, too. As always, man. Hey, let me grab the people that I saw. Two people. Also, I saw a Cash App. What's up, Debbie? Thank you. You sent love you. I love you too. You know, for real. You know, I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad to know you're doing okay. And again, if you need something, you know, a lot of people, if like I said, if you're having a day or whatever, I try to respond. This has been my thing. I know a lot of people, they're like, hey, are you going to respond? I respond to about 40 things a day. So, and that's private ones, like private messages, email. I respond about 40. They're shorter because it's hard to work in 40. Sometimes I work in more, but I try to read everything that comes across, even if I don't respond. So, you know, if something's going on or anything, appreciate you there. You know, just let me know, and love to y'all. Joy, thank you. Sent a 10 as well through Venmo for Bug's business venture. That's hilarious. You know, it is her business venture. It's so cute. I even wrote it up, like, just to say. So she said that the other day, and I thought it was funny enough. I even posted it. Like, check this out. I thought it was hilarious because she was she runs around the house. What's funny is you got to imagine her when she's coming up with her little quibs. Like she's like this. All right. So she's running around the house, and her favorite thing to drink out of, she has a ghost face cup. So she's running around the house all the time with a freaking ghost face cup, drinking out of the thing, telling me about her toothbrush endeavors. But yeah, she told me that yesterday. Like, here, I even posted it. I thought it was funny. Give me 1 second here. So you can see right there how combos with kids go. Dad, I want that old Coraline game. That's like $200. If you really want it, you got to save for that. And the oldest is like, yeah, I make bracelets, candy, she'll call them too. Just say, she's like, what can I make then? It's like, I don't know. You're like, how about toothbrushes? It came up. We were playing Jenga too. I recorded a game of Jenga with all of us, and it's I'll probably convert it a bit and post it because it's hilarious listening to them play. Max, thank you for the super chat too. Thank you, Max. Appreciate you. Patrick, thanks for the 2. Megan oversleeps. Time for the other co-host. That's right, man. You got to let them in sometimes, right? Lorraine, thanks for the 2. Hey, beat Megan in. I know. It's funny. Like, it was about, we both give each other, and we start, unless it's a weird day, like when Hales came on the other day, I thought it would be fun to start right at the time. And, with Hales, like if we have an outside guest, and if I tell them we start at 7, I try to start around 7, but if the show for everybody that watches, I mean, they're a customer night show, we give people time to get here, that way we don't have to retread ground. But about that time, like right there, I think it was at 16 after I messaged me. I was like, hey, you coming? I'm going to start. So I was like, well, she'll wake up. Usually it's like me. Usually I wake up within 30 minutes if I oversleep. I wake up 30, 45 minutes right in there. And if not, then I'm gone. So Joan, thank you for the 20 toward her game. Thank you. That's awesome. Andre, too. Thank you. Some candy money for her. Thank you. Patrick, thanks for the 2. Where's the other co-host? That is just okay. I could have the little one, the co-host. Man, she was raking it in for herself. She'd tell you some funny stories. I thought about doing a day stream with her one day, just walking around outside. The only problem, like, I try to keep their faces off camera, but people have posted their image, not me, before. The first people to post my kids' images, weirdly enough, weren't me, but I have posted them. I just try not to post them all the time, but I thought about running around out back or something. You should hear them. They're funny. Cindy, thanks for the 5. Toothbrush money. Thank you. Dwayne, dropped that 20 for the game fun. Thank you, Dwayne. Shine, thanks for the 20 for Bug's game, but she got to clean that room first. LOL. Her room, I give her a hard time. What she considers What we're talking about with dirty is she'll have her toys out of place or something. She doesn't have like a horrible room either, just to note that. I give her a hard time about it, but it's not that bad or anything. It's pretty clean for a little kid's area. She's actually taken over. It's funny. She's taken over 3. So this house has the bottom area of it has just been turned into my work area. It's a large area, but it has a place where you can sit, watch things. I can watch videos, keep up with whatever, and watch TV or whatever too. Read, be quiet. But then we have the upper area where there are bedrooms and stuff. There's her bedroom. There's a little bitty, like the tiny room. Like it's not big enough for a bed, I don't think. They just had an extra space, made a room, and we called it a toy room. We put stuff in it, and she's taken that out for her. And then there's a major, like a master bedroom, and she's taken that thing over. So she's taken over 3 rooms in the house. It's funny. She's like, that's my room now. That's my room. So it's pretty funny. She could have her business up there. Kathy, thanks for the 10. Business startup money. Yeah, she got her startup funds. That's amazing. Janice, thanks for the 20 for Bug's game she wants. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. The game she's talking about, by the way. Here, I'll show you. Coraline. If you've ever seen the movie Coraline, the animated movie. And it is around, let me make sure I'm not signed in on this. Just make sure, you have, let me show you. So it really is. The one that she has picked out, it's, there's one that's a little bit better shape than this. But this one is 100. There. This is what she's talking about. Oh, no. But for it's a different system. So it actually, this is for a PS2. She's talking about a DS version, but still, it's the movie Coraline. I didn't realize there was a game for it ever, but it's severely out of print. So she saw there's a copy of it over at a video game store here, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I saw it!" I like I said, I didn't know it existed. So, but thank you. Janice for the game. Jadison, 50 there. Coraline money. Thank you for that. I appreciate that too. D spills the tea. Dropped 30 for her game as well. Thank you. Man, I tell you, she hooked it up. Travis dropped 10 there. Hey, Travis, I hope you're doing great, man. It's for her game. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Jaguar, I was wondering how you're doing too. I didn't see you a couple of times. You may have been there and I just missed, but I was wondering how you're doing, brother. Jaguar, thanks for the 20 there. Let's make it closer. Well, thank you. Y'all overwhelmingly did. So thank you. Daz, so for the 5 there for Bug's game. Well, thank you there. Appreciate it. And dropped a 20 there too. You got your game. She's excitable too. You can tell how many times she's been running down here that she's excited about the game thing. She's funny. Look, oh, by the way, I don't know if I may have shown you guys this, but she got her Easter outfit. And she wanted it shown off. I told her I can put like a thing over her face. I put the little love thing over her face. That way it don't show it. But check this out. I thought she was so cute in her little Easter thing. Look at her there. I love that freaking dress. This is what she picked out. It's one of the things she picked out with her grandma, her Gigi. Oh, by the way, this is funny. So she can't, my mom cannot tell me any details about this, okay? But my mom went up. She got selected for jury duty, to potentially be on juries. And she's been brought up multiple times for it, but they always kick her loose because she has attachment, like family that is attached with law enforcement and stuff. But on the other side, she has some very, she's had some incidents with, let's just say, incidents that normally both of those together would lead to a disqualification. Well, she went in the other day and she was there all day. And I thought, what the heck? She told me, I asked her, what's up with that? She was like, I can't talk about it, but I'm going to be gone for a few days. So I was like, how? you got picked for jury duty. She was like, I can't talk about it at all. But I'm like, I know you got it. So I'm sure in a few days I'll get to hear about I'll have a really good story about jury duty. I need to get her to tell me about it. We need to do a live stream laughing about her jury duty. I would love to get her to like talk about it live. Just like whatever's there. Now she hasn't even told me she has jury duty. She won't even tell me that. But I know, if you're like, oh, I can't talk about something for a few days, it's jury duty. So oh, that'll be interesting. It's got me really curious about what it is, though. Starcasm, thanks for the 10 from Buck. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Star. It's good to see you, too. Emma, what's up, Emma? Thank you for the mom as well there. Hey, Bugs Game Money. Thank you, Emma. Like again, all of you, thank you. SF, thanks for the 5. Cuteness tax and game money. Indeed, thank you. She is overly cute, I have to say. Dizzy, thanks for the 10. For candy while playing and a toothbrush too, indeed. She'll make a designer toothbrush. Maybe that'll encourage brushing teeth too. That'll be awesome. Emma, thanks for the 10 there. Cardboard money. Some people have sent me how to make paper mache ones and stuff, or not paper, what did I say? Origami. When I said paper mache, I don't know why I said that. Origami, like toothbrushes and different things. So I'm curious. I'm not even wanting to give her a blueprint. I want to see what she's imagining in her head. Kids, they come up with some crazy cool ideas. So she's talking about cardboard. I wondered if she's thinking about cutting out a 2D toothbrush, or she's thinking about taking something and making it 3D. Oh, I've got to say now. I have to know. Jack's mom, thanks for the 10 there toward tax. Dibs on the toothbrush. Amen. We'll see what they come up as. Sherry, thanks for the 10. Bugs Business Fund. Well, thank you for the startup endeavor. I appreciate it. Stargasm again, Star. Thank you for the lug. Share. Indeed. The other in there. She saw a toy that I think I'm going to go get her. We went over to there's a toy store that is close to us, a good one, by the way. I need to give them a shout out. I got to remember how to spell their name, though. It starts as BEE. God, how do you spell that? I need to look it up. I need to look up places I'm following because we have a toy store, like not a newer type, but old toys, and it's pretty close to us, which you wouldn't think that. This isn't an area where you would think, oh man, this place right here, you're gonna have a lot of cool stuff here, but they have one, and she saw, she likes scary movies, so they have a figure. They put out a figure of The Fly. Back when those McFarlane toys, those really creepy looking ones, and she saw that there. She's like, "Oh my gosh!" I would tell her they make a thing too, but I don't want to because they're too expensive. But she saw The Fly there. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta get it!" So I'm gonna take her over with that and tell her, if the little one gets something, I'm gonna get her that too. Wanda, thank you for the month there. Appreciate that. There's not a statement, but it is indeed a statement. Thank you for backing, and also, hey, dropped a 2 there as well too. Thank you for Bugs Game. Thank you for that, Wanda. Appreciate it. My gibberish dropped a hundo there, man. Thank you for that. That is quite awesome. Again, all of y'all, for real. Like I said, I was bringing up a cute story, and you guys are just overwhelming. So thank you. I do. I cannot say that. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words sometimes to say thank you to y'all. Jaguar, thank you. Dropped 20 giftos too. We had 20 drop in there, which is amazing. Plus, can you adopt me? 2 years. Yeah, you know what? Come on over. You can come in. Actually, I think with the little one taking over 3 rooms, you probably have enough to adopt somebody. Sherry, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you for that, Sherry, too. Much appreciated. I love it. Look at that. That's awesome. Between you two alone, right here, 30 people. We're also giving gifted memberships. Thank you to you both. That means the world. Thank you. Peggy, thanks for the 10 there. To go with the bunnies I made for the girls. That's awesome too. Thank you for that. That's cool. Like I said, I bought her, I told her, since she had gotten, people had sent candy through like Amazon and stuff. They sent Easter presents. So she's got an Easter setup, and she had, she's got for bunnies. So I was like, well, I'm going to get you a stuffy that you want to put in there as well. What do you want? And she was like, I want a ghost face. It's like a freaking ghost face from Scream. Oh, Lord. But thank you. It's funny. It's going to be flanked by bunnies and candy. It's going to be funny. Lord, thank you for the 5. Make sure, with the Coraline. Thank you for noting that too. And she's good to go. I mean, it's not, I don't worry about like creepy movies or even like monster movie. It depends on how gory a movie is, mind you. But I like in my profession in mental health before, I would run into the things you're supposed to be afraid of, the human element, and things like clowns from outer space, or like a Coraline like that. Well, creepy for sure. For my thing is, sometimes I think people, and again, this is not directed at any, I'm just talking about my own thoughts in this. I think some people as parents, they teach their kids to be afraid of corn syrup and fake tentacles, and they forget that the real danger out there, they seem like nice people. They seem like ordinary, decent people. And then when you run into them, they aren't. So, for me, I've always gone with that. But I do appreciate people like yourself that note that, hey, just make sure it's okay. Like, she's not going to be afraid of it or anything. But the kids, the oldest was she's always like scary stuff. She's like, she's like just anything scary. And even when she talks about Pennywise, right? The way she saw Pennywise, her sister would be like, come here, we'll show you this movie, trying to show her something scary. But instead she's like, oh, I love that. It's funny. And that clown is cute. I was like, that clown is not cute, girl. That clown. She's like, that clown Pennywise, he's very cute. Like, he is not cute. Riot, thanks for the 37 months. And also, I owe you something in here. I owe you, and I'm happy to give this to you. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary. That's where we go. From both of us and to you. Also, happy anniversary. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year. It's great to hear too. It sounds awesome, and I'm proud for you guys. Like I said, you all are great people. Amy, thank you for that membership too. Even though I did my spiel, I love to say this again, so I'm gonna do it. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tug's Thugs. I love saying that. I don't know. I just do. SF, thanks to, Tug has a new co-host. Welcome. This is when Megan came in. Man, is it? Indeed. Clear as mud. Dropped 40 months too. Clear as mud. It is good to see you, by the way. Appreciate you. J-Hip doesn't need 3 alarms. I know. J-Hip would be here on time. William, thanks for the 5. Those 10-minute naps always get me. They somehow turn into an hour. Yes, I suffer from that for sure. When that goes, I do. Man, it won't. It's stuck. There it goes. You hear me clicking, click, 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 click. It wouldn't go to the next one. Oh, so Fly, thanks for the 5. Oh, snap. The anti-Hales crew is going to be pissed indeed. Bugs made more money in 10 minutes than they made in the last few months. That is actually very true. Very, very true. They've been doing some I think you're going to hear over the next few weeks about some really dubious things that have been going on, which will be fun to talk about, I think. Trigger, thanks for the tip. It's okay, man. We all get old. I know, man. We nap out like just everywhere. I know. I suffer that, just to be honest. All joking aside, you know, I do. I nap out where I can. Like if I can catch one, I really do. I'll nap out. The kids will make fun of it. They'll be like, Dad, you just fell asleep reading a book. Like, well, you know, just Jay, thanks for 5. I'm always on time as co-host, Megan. I know, man. It's sad. You've got to, you know, as far as you've been batting 1,000 for that one. I do have to admit, you know, when you've been here, always on time with that. Sean Poe, thanks for the 20 months there. I got it. Brushes by Bug. That would be awesome. She says Bug, by the way, used to mean baby umbrella girl. And now she's like, that means big or big girl umbrella girl. Oh, we were playing we were playing games the other day, and she was like, let's record us playing. And I was like, okay. So she went to introduce herself, and she said, I'm big umbrella guy. I was like, did you say guy? She's like, no, girl. I was like, are you a guy? No. It's too funny. She's a cracko, man. But I like that brushes by Bug. That's awesome. Thank you. Andre, thanks for the 2. I sent pics of fleeing to capture likeness. I will have to check this in a bit. My email will not pull right this second, so it's being weird. Jan, thanks for the Jan Marie. I like it. Jan Marie Harmony. I like the way that flows. That's great. For our next entrepreneur, you go, girl. I know, indeed. I'm proud of her there. Suzanne, what's up, Suzanne? Thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you. Never change that avatar, by the way. You know, I'll always remember it. Jack's mom, thanks for the it's not just the avatar, it's the Y back. Everything like pops it, and it sticks in my mind. Jack's mom, thanks for the 2 there. I made Bug a business card. I'll have to check that out for sure. I said I'll pull it up on my phone when I'm not looking at the chat anymore. Aussie, thanks for the 30 super sticker. Thank you, Aussie Wombat. It is awesome to see you, and thank you for the super sticker too. Because that I can show her. I love it. I did enlarge the Sherry. Thanks for the 2. The print, I did pull it up. You know what's crazy is that print. Even at that level, that was, so what I originally had it at was 150. So check this out. If you think it's small, look at this. Doesn't this seem crazy? So this actually, what we read today, just to note, this is 100%. That's normal size. Isn't that crazy? That's like for me, I'm looking at it and thinking, man, that's tiny. You know, and I had even blown it up to 150, and I thought, man, that's still not good. I can usually manage 175 right here, but after that, I'll lose it between the margins. You know, it just freaks out on me. So I did set it up there. I didn't notice your thing, but I try to think of that too, you know, and thank you for noting that as well. But isn't it crazy? Like that 100%, it looks like you're reading with ants, doesn't it? Bert, thanks for the 5 there. Jeremy was told by the bankruptcy lawyer that going to court cost him $25,000. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So $25,000. Isn't it crazy? So as a creditor, going through all of this stuff, I mean, you look at how much money that all of this stuff has been costing this man, you know? And you really think about it. You think about where these people, they're trying to play a game. They're trying to bleed him financially. That's been part of it. They tried to lose him support of platforms, support of any type of sponsorship. And on top of that, support of just regular people out there like you guys. You know, also, they show their ignorance too. They were talking about how many people his lives had the other night, and they're like, he has all of these subscribers, and he only pulls like 6,000 live. Man, 6,000 live viewers for just a random, like, we're not talking about an event. We're talking about just showing up for a live stream. That is outstanding numbers. Like those numbers, you have channels with millions of subscribers that can't pull anywhere near that. You know, again, pulling over 600. This tells you how low the bar is, first of all, you know. And the fact they should feel real fortunate that a lot of Jeremy Hale supporters actually watch their show, because to put yourself into the top 0.1% online, people think it's some astronomical number, but 600 live viewers, that puts you in the top 1% or 0.1%. And pulling over 1,000 is crazy. So like, were these nights where we pull 2,000 or 3,000 people like that, it's not reflective. Sub count isn't reflective of live viewers. Sub count, people can run across your channel and just subscribe for whatever reason. Sub count isn't indicative of that. Live viewership, though, when you have, you know, people again that are rolling in, not for a trial or anything, but just that, it's crazy. The most I've ever had, I think, now again, it was in the height of a trial though, but we pulled 35,000, I think. But that's just unheard of. That's an event, you know. And nowadays too, the platforms aren't pushing just ordinary people. So, you know, for him to go out and just talk about whatever and pull that many people is just crazy. But yeah, 25,000, man. It's nuts. The cost to go out and to protect yourself and to try to, again, you think about the amount of money that he spent trying to get what he's doing with Otter Creek business wise and everything, what he's had to pay out because of just these weirdos trying to destroy his business. Like I said, I would make it very clear to the people that did that to me too. I would never forget. As in, you know, they won't get a quick payday off of anybody. And if I were that person, I would never ever forget. I'm not saying, you know, at a certain point, you know, if people have hyper focused on you 2 years, they're never going to, or 3 or 4 years, they're never going to go away. So you just remember that, because there will be a day when they won't want you to pay attention, and that day will be glorious. Spin Doctor, thanks for the 10 there. Gabe's tea. No wonder Megan can't stay awake. I know, exactly. Well, it depends on which one, you know. It's smelling salt. You're like, this is the best smelling salt ever. Straight from Colombia. Allegedly. The Dream Veg Bees, thanks for the 5. I'm 55. Yeah, my bad deeds are no longer in the county records. Thank God. Indeed. I mean, for myself, I've never been in trouble with the law or anything, but we all do something stupid, you know. We've all, I'm sure, even if you've never done anything stupid in your life, I'm proud of you, really. But growing up, we've all done something stupid, at least one thing that we would think, if that were recorded, that would be terrible. And I'm glad growing up that, you know, it was hard to record things. You know, you had to really go out of your way to get them. This day and age, man, people upload crazy shit on themselves. And I can't speak. Andre, thank you for the 2 there. LP keeps saying lies when everyone knows the truth. Indeed. You know, it keeps going that way. But again, you know, a lot of people will do that if they pretend that they have all of this proof, all of this documentation, and all they do is just spin. I mean, you know, it's wild to go in and to be able to pull the records and watch people do this stuff, and to see them too. You know, it was funny. I was watching the other night posts by, I can't remember who posted. I know Allison. It was probably Allison. But I can't remember. I know she posts most of the chat records. And thank you, Allison, by the way. Very appreciated. Even if I forget to say that, very appreciated by you. But it's wild to go through and to watch these people who act like they're fucking saints. You know, they'll make fun of the way people appear. They'll be nasty about it. And then they were like, oh, we don't do that. We never do that. We don't report people either. We don't do any of that stuff. Oh, okay. All right. It's interesting. On top of it too, I saw them talking about the turtles and people that are immunocompromised. And they were like, well, that's why you wash your hands with turtles. You don't know a lot about reptiles, man. You know, there's a real risk or danger with reptiles. Rio baby, thanks for the 43 months. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. I thought it was called standing in my trash. I hate it when I fall in my trash. Sapphire Sky, thanks for the 2. Nut must have been food poisoning from homemade butter. Indeed. I never got that butter, by the way. I'm very saddened by it. I did mean it. I really would have bought some of it. I'm not even kidding. Like, everybody may have thought that was a joke, but I really would have bought some of that butter. Just saying. Cindy, thank you for the gifted membership there. Thank you very much, Cindy. Appreciate you. William, thanks for the 5. Megan, about 2.2, so 2.5 hours east of Rochester. Oh, yes, what she's talking about, the thunder sounding like bombs, 2 different strikes in the woods. I hate it when it's like that. I like it unless, you know, I like it if I'm in and not having to worry, but gosh, I hate worrying about my power going out and everything else. Teresa, thanks for the 10. If you have a disabled placard, you get a lifetime pass for our U.S. Now. I did not know that. You can get a lifetime pass for a national park. That's I had no idea. I had no idea about that at all. I do have a placard, like I said. I sometimes, if you ever see like footage of me walking, sometimes I will, I'll walk normal, but sometimes you can tell I'm limping. So, it just depends on the day. But I mean, that's like anybody. I'm fortunate compared to a lot of people. I know. So thank you for the 2. It's just minor perjury. I know, just a little bit of that minor perjury. AKA the cat lady. Thanks, 5. Gingers is insane right now. He just threatened the bar. Oh my goodness. He's going full sovereign citizen, harassing Amada, her father, her dad. Said the motion to question. I need to read that. I do. I think I might. I'm going to see. I'm going to see when Megan's available. I'd like to go over that. You know. Bootsy, thanks for the 14 months. Woohoo! Woohoo indeed. I do want to go over that motion to quiet. I want to go over a bunch of stuff. Road Pirate, thanks for the 10. Late to the show. Missed Megan yesterday. Tug told me to wait till today to send breadsticks. Where's Jay? I know. I pulled a fast one on you. Jay not being here. Right? Also, thank you for the gifted membership there too. Thank you. That's hilarious. Shay, thank you for the 3 months there. Your lives are so enjoyable and your Facebook posts are hilarious. Well, thank you. Okay. If you watch, sometimes I'll overlap them a little bit, but if I post on Twitter, they're more serious and sometimes horrible case stuff. On Facebook, I'll talk about this primarily and some family stuff, make fun and laugh and you know what I mean? Have a good time with it. So it's like it's the tale of 2 platforms too. Julie, thank you for the 5 there. Since Megan is reading Dracula, Tug Dracula, that would be funny. Let me do one. Tugula. Let's see. While we're talking, I ought to do that. I'm going to give him a. I was playing around. I was like you want to see some funny ones? So I was playing around with different designs last night. By the way, I was trying to see exactly what I could put together, and I was thinking about, Tudor England, back when I first started there, and with the design, especially the necklaces. Then when I kept playing around with it, I was like, well, you know what else I could make? We could go Game of Thrones. The antler freaking crowns. I was like, well, that's not enough antler crown. Let's get really crazy. Oh, I like those though. And I think I did a pull out, like a far out shot of that too. So I was trying to make it bigger. But I like that. I was like, man, it should be even bigger. So I like just goofing off with it. I like playing with AI. But if I have something serious, like if we're going to story design or something, you can't trust AI for that. It messes up a lot of items, but you can play with even avatars. If you want a good avatar, you know who got the face right? Dead Punk. It wasn't AI could never get the face, but he made a model that it understood. Now, I don't recreate anything he does that because it's insulting, I think. But the face design, when I use it for like videos and stuff, that's Dead Punk is the person who got it right. But yeah, I need to make one. Thank you for that. I put it in. 2-bit. What's up? Thanks for the 9 months. Thank you there. Why would a deputy make a handicapped person with handicapped plates move to a handicapped parking spot and redirect them to the far side of the lot? Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it? It's really bizarre. And again, if they directed Preston to park beside them, what's sad about this is if I gave her any stalker credits, I actually could, unfortunately, I don't believe her on things because again, she, and Lynette, this is why I say you're a liar. Absolutely. Because you lied to the world. Like I said, you contacted me and then you put it out in public and you let your PR friends put it out in public and lie about doing that. So as far as I'm concerned, anything that comes from you anymore, if you can lie about something like that, you'll lie about anything. You'll lie about absolutely anything. But if she was telling the truth on that, that's equally terrible for Levy County. Hey, go park by this protected person. Way, my bad. Wouldn't that be bad? Oh. Rickles, thanks for the 2 there. 33 years experience, being 29 years old as of today. I hear you, man. You go, you know what you need? You know what you need to go with all that experience, though? You need this. Happy birthday. You know what's amazing is that this is 33 seconds long. happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year. And thank you. I appreciate you, Rickles. And I hope you have had a fabulous, fabulous day. I hope it's going great. And remember, all of you birthday folks out there, if you have a birthday and it is not going great, you get a do-over. That's right. That is now the rules. If you didn't know that, you get a do-over. I'm going to do a redirect tonight too. I see there's a couple more super chats, but I'm going to set up a redirect first. I haven't been redirecting and I need to, Let's see. Shizzy, there you are, boy. I'm going to shoot that over to Shizzy. His freaking thumbnail's funny. He's got himself running like Indiana Jones. That's hilarious. Also, thank you. Sent me the link there. I will check that out. And I appreciate that because I never heard of that, and not only does that impact me, it impacts family members too. I had no idea. No idea at all. Give me 1 second here. All right. I think it's everything. All right. Well, I appreciate you folks. I'm going to redirect you over to Shizzy and we'll do it tomorrow. Tonight was great. Again, if you did not check out, if you have the option to, because that Hales does a members only live, like today when he was talking about all of this stuff, talking about costs and more. He did an hour-long live stream. It was members only. It's a $5 entry. If not, again, all this stuff will end up coming out, and he talks about the stuff later. But it gives you kind of a sneak peek into things that are happening, and it helps recoup some of that cost. Because again, talking about 25K going through, and I very much believe that after seeing what courts make you do. But anyway, all right, I'm going to send you to Shizzy. Appreciate you folks. We'll see you tomorrow.